There you go. I knew it. Look at how good I am. Hold on. I need 15 more seconds of you on here. I got to track the IP address. Hold on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. Got it. Got your IP address. Thank you very much. Let's get up our next guest. Sorry, guys. I needed to get his IP address, and I needed him to sit in the I have a system, so I needed it to. Sorry, I would have kicked him off immediately, but I needed him to remain for the timer. So, thank you. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Give me 15 seconds. 86, 72, 92. Let me write that down. 86, 72, 86, 72. Okay, got yours too. Oh, this is fun. I'm having a good time. Who's next? Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell no.
Good.
I
See,
have
the
a
difference here,
brain.
you have a Kamala supporter come up and they don't start spewing the N-word. Trump supporters come up and it's racist right off the bat. It's crazy. It's almost like they're all racist. Who could have
Right
guessed?
off the bat, right? And then on the other breath, they'll say, we're not racist. You can't make this shit up. You know, if I were writing a movie about this, Hollywood would say, we're not taking this. This is not true. This could never happen.
Yep.
People aren't that dumb, but they are.
They voted against their own interests after all. Yeah, I did. So Matt Gaetz, for those of y'all who don't know, Matt Gaetz is out of the running for Attorney General consideration. He withdrew moments ago. So he's gone, you see, because he was hacked. And so the ethics report that the House was looking up to. So basically, the House had an ethics report on Matt Gaetz, and they weren't sure if they were going to release it because it was very bad. And everybody, y'all know what was in the report. We all know what was in the report. We all know her name. However, they were not going to release it. Then they got hacked and hackers obtained the report. So then he dropped out because now everybody's going to know what happened. So anyhow, thank you so much, Mama J, for coming up. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Let's get up our next guest. Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know that, he basically had a ethics report into him, and they were hacked, and now they have the ethics report. So let's get up our next guest. Again, folks, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request. If everybody could take a moment, hit the like button and the share button, help us get to 40,000 likes. We are going to get started in just a moment. Can we get some W hackers in the chat, please? I love coders and hackers. They honestly do God's work. I'll tell you what. Hi, guys. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Johnny, no. I just wanted to tell you about Matt Gaetz, but you're way ahead of me, brother. I love you, bro.
Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it. Have a good one, okay? Yeah, we're all celebrating Matt Gaetz getting booted out, aren't we? It's a good day. It really is a good day. It's a good day. I'll tell you what. Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, absolutely I did.
How old are you?
23.
When were you born?
2000, December 3rd. And yes, I voted for Trump. I want world peace. Don't want World War III.
You're not getting World War...
Oh, yeah.
You're getting world peace with Trump? What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean,
what are you talking about? World peace with Trump?
Look what we're doing with Biden.
How is this world peace going to begin with Donald Trump? How is the world peace going to start? Tell me, how is Donald Trump going to unleash world peace? Go ahead.
Yeah, he's going to stop the Ukraine-Russia war, but I don't know if he can do it now.
How is he gonna end?
Biden escalating?
You're saying that you don't know? Oh, you just moved the goalpost.
But yeah,
Donald Trump said on day one after getting elected, he was going to end the invasion into Ukraine. You just said you don't think he's going to do it. No, you know he can't do it. You knew he couldn't do it before you voted for it. You're not listening. You knew he couldn't do it before he voted.
Biden didn't
Excuse you. So you know that Donald Trump couldn't. Excuse you, bad boy. You know that Donald Trump couldn't end the invasion. And now you're saying that you don't know if he can do it. You knew that he couldn't do it when you voted for him, right? But you were gaslighting America into thinking he could. So you voted against the interests of the Ukrainian people. And yet now you're moving the goalpost, trying to back out of what you said prior. You said Donald Trump could end the invasion into Ukraine. Donald Trump said he could do it on day one after getting elected. Still hasn't done it. Why hasn't he done it?
Whole different situation now, bud.
Why? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks? 2
Yeah,
weeks. The situation changed so
intercontinental
drastically.
ballistic
Hold on.
missiles.
It's been 2 weeks and the situation has changed so drastically. Really? 2 weeks?
Stupid.
2 weeks. You think that 2 weeks ago Donald Trump was able to end the invasion into Ukraine? 2 weeks later, the situation has changed too
Playing dumb.
much. So the past 2
Playing dumb.
years, nothing has changed. But over the past 2 weeks, everything has changed, and Donald Trump can no longer end the invasion into Ukraine. Okay, the gaslighting is
Playing
insane.
dumb.
Just admit, Donald Trump was
You're
never
playing
going to be able
dumb
to
right
end
now,
the
bud.
invasion because he's
You're
a
playing
weak,
dumb,
weak,
or you live
weak
under a rock.
person.
Which one?
Respond.
You're playing dumb or living under a rock.
Oh my
Which one?
gosh. Are you really just going to sit up
Do
here
you not
crying
know
the
what's
entire
going on?
time? Are you
Do you not
really
know
just
what's
going to sit
going
up here
on?
crying the entire time?
Do you not know what's going
Are
on?
you just going to sit up here crying the entire time?
Are you gonna ignore what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think you live under a rock, or you're just playing dumb.
I got you a song on the world's tiniest violin.
Wow, you really bought that and wasted your money
Oh,
on that. Good for you.
Apparently, never mind. Now it's an
Real deal is here.
advertisement.
It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty
My violin
bacon
plays
egg
ads.
and
What you bought
sandwich,
for doesn't
and a
even
crispy
work. That's how
crumbly
Hold
dumb
on,
you
hold
are.
on. There you go.
You're not playing it right, bud.
There you go.
You're not playing it.
Shh, I'm doing my song for you!
No.
Cry!
YouTube
Cry
is
while it
doing
plays.
your song
That's
for
what
you,
you're
buddy.
supposed to do.
YouTube's doing
Cry!
your song. It
Cry!
doesn't even work.
Cry! Keep crying, Maddie!
You're just playing stupid.
Cry, Maddie!
Playing stupid.
Cry, Maddie!
I can't have a
Cry
argument with
more!
someone who plays stupid.
Cry more! The violin's playing for you. World's
Have you
smallest
not
violin.
left
Keep
your
crying
room?
those tears.
Have you not left your room, bud?
Cry more! There you go, Maddie. Let it out. Let it out, Maddie.
Something that don't even work.
Go on, Maddie.
Don't even work.
Go on, Maddie.
It's sad you don't have an argument.
Cry more, Maddie. You still crying?
Sounds like
Keep
you
crying.
don't
Keep at it,
have an
Maddie.
argument.
All right, let's move on to our next caller.
don't
This
have an
one's
argument.
boring. That guy was way too deep into the conspiracy theories. The moment he said Donald Trump can't end the war into Ukraine, okay, we knew that, but now he's admitting it because the election's over. They all said that Donald Trump was going to end the invasion on day one. Now Maddie admits that Donald Trump can't, and that's because he knew it from the get-go. It's just a blatant conspiracy theory, though, right? Like, he turns around and says, oh, Donald Trump's going to end it on day one. Election's over. Oh, Donald Trump can't end it because foreign policy has changed in the matter of 1 week. Come on. Really? Get a spine. Hi, Deanna. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Why?
Well, for the research that I did for myself, I felt it was the better candidate.
You didn't do much, did you?
Pardon?
I said the weather's nice outside, isn't it?
No, the weather is not nice outside. It's
Oh,
raining
where are you
here.
based?
On the East Coast, out of
On the
Jersey.
East Coast. Oh, Pennsylvania. It's not nice by you?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's gloomy here right now.
Oh, I heard that there was going to be a little snow thing, but anyhow.
Yeah, I think it's all
So
north.
tell me again, you voted for Trump because?
Just on the research that I did for myself, I didn't do extensive research. I've been a Republican since I was 18. I kind of follow along party lines. And I just, it's just kind of the way I was raised, the way I was brought up, kind of the values that I align with. It's not that Kamala didn't, or, even the Biden administration or Obama didn't have things that weren't good. It's just that I'm more aligned with Trump than I did the Democratic Party.
But in what sense exactly do you align with Donald Trump? Because, for example, I grew up in a rural conservative area with very moderate parents, and so my stances are very moderate. I voted for Democrats, I voted for Republicans, I voted for Kamala Harris because she's by far one of the most qualified candidates we've had in modern history. And Donald Trump is nowhere near that such. So how do you align with Donald Trump? Because I would like to think you don't align with him on sexual abuse or the civil fraud or the 34 felony counts. I mean, are you a felon?
No, I'm not a felon. I'm
So
a
then
veteran, but I'm not a
And
felon.
thank you for your service. But then you still voted against your own interests by voting for Donald Trump, right? So we can talk about that in a moment, looking at the House Republican budget. But can you tell me exactly in what way you align with Donald Trump?
It's not necessarily Trump himself. It's more of the values of the Republican Party. And it's more like And this is I know it's a hotly contested thing, but personally, for me, and I'm not saying that I'm right on the subject, I'm just saying that for me, I am against abortion to a point. So because on how I was raised and the things that I've gone through in my life, like I can't, that's something that really weighs heavily on me. And it's not that I want to impose that on someone else, but for my heart of hearts and to make me feel good at night when I put my head down on my pillow, I kind of have to do that. And I don't fault anyone who voted for Kamala because they wanted the AB rights. I just, it's just kind of where I am in my heart for me. It's a personal thing. And I think just because I voted for Trump, I mean, it doesn't make me right. It doesn't make me wrong, but it's just something that I came to the conclusion for myself. And I don't try to force my opinion on other people because I realize in this world, other people see things differently than I do. And I can appreciate that. And for what it's worth, I just want to be able to say, okay, we've got this guy in office now. I know half the country doesn't like it. But what are the issues? Like, what are the things that we could come together
Right. And
on?
we
cross
can
party
talk about
lines
those
and
issues,
fix?
but let's recognize nobody's going to come together with you. And I mean this sincerely. First and foremost, let's start on abortion, okay? For example, you're saying that you can't rest without knowing that abortions are taking place. You had mentioned that you sleep better at night having voted for Donald Trump, knowing his stance on abortion. Is that accurate?
To a point.
Thank you, Pangs, for
It's
the hanging
more, it's
lights.
not that
But the
a
issue
total
here,
hard line
but the
against it.
issue here is you look at, for example, reproductive health care in the state of Texas. You voted for women like Kate Cox to continue to pursue the blatant attacks on their bodies that they're facing from far-right MAGA Republicans in Congress. Kate Cox had a non-viable pregnancy. She prayed to have a baby. God delivered, but then it became non-viable and it was going to take her life. So Greg Abbott forced her out of the state to seek an abortion. He was going to prosecute her should she come back. And that is solely so that she could have saved her life for a non-viable pregnancy that was never going to become a baby. That's what you voted for. You voted for women like Kate Cox to be prosecuted for seeking life-saving health care. You
See, and
support
I
that?
feel that that's kind of a misunderstood thing, because a lot of us are very knee jerk when we hear about the AB rights. Now, my understanding is that if it endangers the mother's life, you are entitled to an abortion.
But then why
Is-
wasn't Kate Cox?
Pardon?
Why wasn't Kate Cox?
I don't know the whole Kate Cox story. I honestly
That
do
was
not.
pretty much the story. How about Amber Thurman, who did lose her life in Georgia? The fact of the matter is, you got to look at these cases. Donald Trump, for example, said he was going to make IVF paid through by the government. Like, IVF, your healthcare will cover it. Okay. That doesn't matter when IVF is banned in states in like Alabama where they're looking to ban IVF. Nikki Haley, who has had her experiences with IVF, have come forward about this and denounced Donald Trump for taking such action. And we got to recognize here that this is where Donald Trump stands on reproductive health care as well. You look at abortion, and he originally said he believed in the exceptions. Then he endorsed a 6-week abortion ban in Florida, the same abortion ban that took place in Texas where there are no exceptions. You voted for that. You voted for the man who overturned Roe v. Wade. Thank you so much, Marilyn, for the gem gun. That is beyond kind. You voted for the man who overturned Roe v. Wade and stripped away the rights of women. And for women in blue states, like Pennsylvania, for example, they, unless Donald Trump pursues a federal abortion ban, which more than likely he will, but if he doesn't, they will be okay. For women in red states, like Texas, they're screwed.
And I feel that the whole thing is misunderstood. Like,
Well,
and
you're
I
in
don't
New
blame
Jersey,
any single
right?
person,
Which is a
but
blue
also
state.
too when Roe v. Wade
you're
was
in New Jersey, a blue
enacted-
state, so you're protected for now. Women in Louisiana, they're screwed.
Okay, well, and
Lisa,
here's
thank
the
you so
thing.
much for the $25 on Cash App. That's beyond kind. Thank you, Lisa.
So here's
Thank
my
you, Marilyn.
thing. For Roe v. Wade, when it was enacted, it was for one individual who wanted an abortion, and they ruled on it federally. And the reason that I understood it was overturned is because federally they should have never made that ruling to begin with, and then it should have was a states' right
Now,
issue
it
in
wasn't
every
one,
state.
right? It wasn't just one woman. It was all women. They were all seeking that right to choose. And it's been the law of the land for 50 years. But we can't nitpick on the subject and act as though, you voted in favor of the Constitution, right? Or the constitutional rights of men, women across the board. You look at Donald Trump, and this is the only candidate in modern history. I mean, he's literally a constitutional violator. I'm a Second Amendment Democrat, okay? I know in New Jersey that's not like a big thing. Pennsylvania, right across the border, especially rural Pennsylvania, that's our freedom. We don't like when people touch it. Kamala never did. Donald Trump did. Donald Trump implemented a bump stock ban. And whether you agree or disagree with the bump stock ban, not necessarily the bump stock ban is the issue. It was in violation of the Second Amendment, but he didn't go through Congress. He signed it by executive order, which pretty much hopped over legal counsel. So it was an unconstitutional way to implement a bump stock ban. And it was unconstitutional because it was against the Second Amendment. And he's not allowed to just strip away a factor of that. So, when you're voting for the man who is a constitutional violator, I find it ironic when you talk about how, well, you believe that the right to choose or Roe v. Wade was unconstitutional. Democrats were fighting to give more rights to women. Donald Trump has only ever fought to take it away, whether it be women, whether it be Second Amendment Americans like myself, whatever the case be. He's only taken away. I mean, name one instance where Donald Trump gave more rights to the people.
I'm trying to think where anybody gave more rights to the people.
Democrats and Roe v. Wade.
But Roe v. Wade was over 50 years ago. Like, it was
Right, but
before
that
I was
is
born.
right. Now, name one instance where Donald Trump or the Republican Party have given more rights to the people. You have Franklin Roosevelt gave us Social Security. You have Democrats giving us Roe v. Wade.
Nothing has been recent. But here's
Because
the
we have
thing.
those rights and freedoms now. Or look at Kamala and Joe gave us the Respect for Marriage Act. That was more freedom to LGBTQ plus Americans. They can now marry. Or you can look at Obama.
I thought that was before then.
Right. No, the Respect for Marriage Act enshrined it. The act passed by Obama made it legal through the Supreme Court. Like the actions he pursued through the Supreme Court decision made it legal. This act enshrined it, so it is protected. So Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris gave us the right to marry. Can you name one instance where Donald Trump has ever done such a thing?
Well, Donald Trump in particular, like, I can't tell you like the last 20 years what has been in favor, because a lot of times I don't get that deep into politics.
Not that you don't have to get that deep into it. You knew about the Obama thing, right? With the whole Supreme Court giving us the right to marry. It's just that Trump doesn't have
things here and there.
any. Trump doesn't
I mean,
have
like a lot of
any
us,
instances
a lot
where
of
he
us
fought
who
for
vote
freedom.
him, a lot of us who vote for him, like you guys get on here on TikTok and like you deep dive into it. And I will say a lot of the population doesn't deep dive like you do.
Right. That's why he won.
They're more on me. They're surface dwellers.
Well, Donald Trump won because of uneducated voters, right? I mean, we know that. That's what the exit polls show. That's what the stats. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. We have the stats to prove that. He said he was going to cut costs. And parents, and I don't blame parents for voting for him when they walked in with the understanding that they were going to cut costs by voting for him. They saw higher costs at the grocery store. What they don't know is that inflation today is lower than that of what it was under Donald Trump. If inflation is low, that means Biden and Harris did their job. Corporate greed has led to higher costs. This isn't something people think about. So when you go to vote and you know that there's higher costs at the groceries and you're just worried about feeding your kids, you're going to vote for the other candidate no matter who it is. And yet now if I ask you, what is Donald Trump's plan to cut costs? You're not going to be able to respond because there's not a plan. He doesn't actually have a plan to do that. He was misleading voters.
No,
not at all.
I can't say this. I work for a company that's international. And the craziest thing happened is before the election, all of our sales were down. All of our sales were down all across the board. And we were struggling. And ever since the election, like our sales have just shot up because now they're not nervous. And I don't understand why.
What kind of company is this?
Huh?
What kind of company is this? If you're building detainment camps, for example, sure, I'm certain that your sales did go up.
It's medical equipment.
Why would medical equipment skyrocket following the election?
I have no idea.
Okay, but then that wouldn't be. There's no connection between Donald Trump and that. I do
Well, I'm
also
not
want to
saying that
say,
there is a
well,
legitimate
to be
connection.
clear, you will
I
see
just
higher
find it
costs and the
interesting.
economy tank under Donald Trump. For example, Donald Trump said he was going to implement a 60% tariff on China, and then a 20% tariff on all like other exports across the globe. That right there is going to lead to $2,500 to $3,900 coming out of the pockets of middle class consumers every single year. And Walmart just yesterday came out and said that they will be increasing costs on their consumers to make up the difference because tariffs are a tax on consumers. So for the very parents that voted for Donald Trump because they lacked the knowledge to recognize where higher costs came from and where they rooted from, they're about to get higher costs, even higher costs from Donald Trump. Or look at his House Republican budget plan. I mean, have you seen the budget? I assume not.
No, I haven't seen
That's fine. You're not a
Let's be
legislator. You don't
honest,
have
I
to.
haven't
Right, that's
seen it.
fine. You don't have to. That budget is going to cut Social Security. So Donald Trump, for example, in collaboration with Mike Johnson, is putting forth a House budget endorsed by 80% of their caucus, which means this proposal will be adopted in the new year and passed. They introduced it in March and they reintroduced it 2 weeks ago. This budget cuts 1.5 trillion out of the Social Security pot. And there's not much in the pot. That's pretty much what's left in the pot. It's a pay it forward system as we speak. So you and I are paying for the Social Security of the generation before. Someday somebody will pay for mine. I'm going to be paying for yours. That's how it is, right? It's a Starbucks drive-through line where you pay for somebody else's
That's
coffee.
how it's supposed to work. But people my age we've told ourselves that Social Security won't be there when we retire.
Well, it will be there because of the pay it forward system. The issue is it will no longer be there because Donald Trump is cutting in this budget corporate taxes, individualized income taxes, and Social Security taxes. So corporations add about $400 billion to Social Security every year. They're not going to have to do that. Income taxes, Americans are paying $2.6 trillion in individualized income taxes, $1.2 trillion in Social Security taxes. That's no longer going to be there. So Social Security is getting cut in its entirety according to this plan. So are disability benefits. And he's raising the retirement age to 69 according to this plan. The issue here, again, he won by misleading voters. He told elderly Americans, hey, I'm going to cut your Social Security taxes. And they said, oh my gosh, so when I collect Social Security, I'm not going to have to pay taxes when I collect it. That's not the tax he was talking about, though. He was talking about the tax that pays for Social Security that I'm paying, that you're paying. So we're going to get a slight tax cut, which is nothing in comparison to the tariffs. Elderly Americans are about to lose their economic lifeline. And for anybody who doesn't know about this in the chat, look up the House Republican budget. It's all listed within the budget. So I guess my question to you is, you voted for Trump. What's your solution to ensure that elderly Americans, disabled Americans, veterans who don't qualify through the VA but do rely on Social Security and disability don't get screwed over as they lose that economic lifeline?
See, and this is where I hope that both Republicans and Democrats can come together and from both sides get a solution that
Democrats
nobody in
can't.
the future can nix.
So the fact of the matter here is Democrats don't have either chamber of commerce, do not have either chamber, neither do they have the Supreme Court or the presidency. Republicans will not be negotiating anything with Democrats. There is no reason to. They don't have to, which is why they've already endorsed the House budget proposal, and they're just bringing it right to the House floor come day one of the new term. Sorry, police sirens going by. They're looking for Trump. There is no negotiation. Nothing will be changing in this, right? Democrats aren't in control, so they're not going to be here to help elderly Americans out of this.
Yeah, but when I say come together and do this, like I think in my perfect world, I would like it that the people would come together and what's the word I'm looking for? Come together and petition for bills and things that are in our best interest.
Republicans aren't going for what's in your best interest, though, right? They're putting forth a policy.
Us as people.
They're putting forward. Republicans put forward policies that either strip away the rights of women, strip away the rights of LGBTQ plus Americans or Black Americans. They strip away the economic lifeline of elderly Americans, disabled Americans, of veterans. That is not something where Democrats are going to meet eye to eye with them on, right? Democrats put forward bills like the Respect for Marriage Act, the infrastructure package, economic lifeline, thus being Social Security and forward funding that program. Democrats fight for freedom and for the people. Republicans have a history of not doing so, or at least the new Republican Party has a history of not doing so. And we got to recognize that nobody's going to come together and sing kumbaya with the MAGA Republicans. I get you won the election, and so now you think, oh, we should all come together. But just 4 years ago, you weren't saying come together. Your MAGA Republican Party was saying, let's go insurrect the Capitol, throw out the peaceful transition of power, and toss away every inkling of unity that's left within our country. But now that you won, it's like, oh, let's all come together and be besties. Huh?
Well, no, I don't. January 6th is something of a mystery to me because there are two different sides that everybody sees it as. And I've seen, and I guess it's the way social media portrays it. You see one thing because the algorithm shows you one thing, and I see something differently because I'm fed different information. And, I don't know where there's an answer to that. But
Ma'am,
when
a
I say
police
come
officer-
together, I mean general as people.
Police
you and
officers
me.
were left without their lives, right?
Yeah, so I'm saying people like
Not
you and me.
peaceful. So it was a
So
riot.
I'm saying people like you and me come together and agree to disagree, but figure out how to solve the issues and not leave it up to just the politicians.
No, I'm more than happy to come together with people who are Republicans or Democrats, as I always have, and will continue to vote for both sides of the aisle. Never will I come together with a MAGA Trumper or somebody who has voted for Donald Trump, because those are people who, one, aren't worth they don't understand. There's no reason to come together with somebody, for example, like you, who doesn't understand what took place on January 6th, right? That was an insurrection by textbook definition, and it quite literally was with the intent of overthrowing our government to prevent the new administration from taking office. If you don't recognize that as the riot it was, and you think that there's two sides to that equation, that is not somebody I would like to come together with. So, for instance, I wouldn't come together with you.
Well, I can say this. I wasn't there personally, so I don't know everything that happened, and I don't want to presume that I know what happened.
It was broadcasted. It was reported on down into detail. Lizzie, thank you for the galaxy. It was
It
deeply
was, but I
reported
didn't
on.
watch a lot of it because a lot of what I was being fed, there was it upset me to an extent that I didn't watch it because I'm like, I can't watch this.
Ma'am, it was so god awful. I was snowboarding at the time, and we all stopped, myself and the 200 people on the same mountain. I got to find the photo somewhere because it was so eerie. 200 people all stopped on the mountain with their phones out, snowboards halted, staring at their phones, watching the Capitol crumble. I mean, how did I witness this firsthand, but you didn't see it?
I saw a lot of the
watched it
people
live.
there. I saw a lot of the people there, and I also saw footage of officers going, "Hey, come right this way," and just wait, like not even trying to stop them.
There were a couple people who, for example, numerous officers lost their lives that day. For some officers who thought that they were about to lose their life, yeah, some of them did back off, right? A couple. We're talking about like 2 or 3 people backed off when they just watched their friend lose their life. They said, "Oh, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this alone."
Yeah,
I don't
well,
blame
yeah,
them
and
for
then
that,
see, and I
because
was
you
getting,
took
I
the
was getting
lives
information
of
that wasn't
you took
accurate, so I
the
elected to
lives
turn it
of
off.
law enforcement officers, right?
Well, see, and I saw that, and I'm like, well, I immediately started hearing 2 different things, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to revisit this later because I already know that I'm getting misinformation somewhere.
Okay, ma'am, but why don't you just do independent research then? Like, it takes 5 minutes. I'm not trying to mock you if this is coming away in a mocking tone. I'm just trying to
No.
understand here. January 6th, we all witnessed live. We all watched the committee hearings. And if you didn't, it would have taken 5 minutes to do the research. I mean, this is literally being taught in schools right now because it was an attack on our Capitol. It was treason and insurrection. And like, you're telling me that you don't know about it, but I know for a fact that this was built into a 5th grade curriculum. But then you voted for
Well,
it.
I'm not in school at the moment, and I work
Right.
full time,
But you
and I
could just
don't.
Wikipedia. Ma'am, it's been like almost 4 years. You could have just Wikipedia'd it,
I know.
right?
Yeah, but
You haven't had any
there's
time
a lot
in the
of
past 4
misinformation
years.
that goes out there.
But like, you've had no time
Well,
in the
there's a
past
lot of
4 years to
misinformation.
research it.
Well, there's a lot of misinformation on the internet because
Do you have
there
a
are
Twitter
people
account?
out there who are out there to put stuff out there that's not accurate.
Do you have a Twitter?
And pardon?
Do you have a Twitter?
I do, but that doesn't mean it's a good source of
No,
information.
that's my point. It's not a good source of information. Twitter is a right-leaning
Exactly.
misinformation cesspool, and if you're using it, then you are going to continue seeing people talk about how the riot that left law enforcement officers deceased was a peaceful protest, right? Maybe get off of there.
Well, no, like I'm saying, like Twitter is not my source of information,
But
I also
you
know
use
that
it, so
elsewhere
you're getting
on the
it.
internet itself, like Googling stuff, like there are people who put out stuff that's not correct, and if I wasn't there firsthand, I'm going to have to take both sides of the story and weigh my options because I didn't see it firsthand.
Ma'am, you saw the insurrection firsthand. We all saw it firsthand, right? Like again, it was live, and if it
But
wasn't
again,
live,
like
you can
I
go
saw
look it
the
up and
officers,
watch
oh,
it.
just come on in, smiling and waving.
No,
And
that you
necessarily
never
wasn't
saw. You never
true.
saw any of them smiling and waving. I know exactly the instance you're talking about, and it was a law enforcement officer who just watched his friend get trampled and then said, "I can't handle 4,000 people coming at me. Let me back up." That is what you saw. I know exactly what you're talking about. You never saw anybody smiling
So
and
was
waving.
it the one
letting
where
them
there were
in.
like 3 or 4 officers that pulled the gates apart and waved everybody through that was just
No,
standing there?
that is not what you saw. That did not take place.
That's the clip I saw.
That is absolutely not true. That did not.
There's
I've
another
watched.
clip
I've watched
of a gentleman
every.
in
Yeah,
the
I've done
doorway.
extensive research on it for numerous articles. In no way did that take place. I can assure you that would have been a story on its own. That did not happen though, and no mainstream
but see,
media
but
ever
I'm-
reported on that. Maybe Breitbart, but anyway.
But what I'm saying is I saw it with my own eyes.
Listen, you want to sing
and it may have
Kumbaya
not
with a
been
bunch of Trump
accurate.
supporters, but then you're curious why we can't come together, and maybe it's because the same people who are just in Columbus, I mean, the ones with the little symbol from World War II we ain't gonna talk about on TikTok for guidelines, you want those people to come together with Black Americans
I
that
don't know
voted
who
for
they
the same
voted for
candidate.
because I don't
They
know
voted
those
for Trump.
people.
They said so. You and
Okay.
them both voted for Trump. That's who you stand by. That's who
I
you stand
can't
with.
help the actions of people like that, and I will
You
tell
can
you, I do
actually
not
you
support
can
that.
by voting against the candidate they support. Again, if you thank you for the money gun, Alicia. You are voting for the candidate Donald Trump, who empowers that kind of rhetoric and those kind of actions, who empowers the actions as we saw at the insurrection. That is who Donald Trump is. You know this very well. He is a sexual abuser, civil fraudster, felon who was found guilty on 34 felony counts, liable in numerous court cases. This is come on. Why again did you vote for him instead of her? I'm trying to understand.
I didn't see myself in Kamala. I could not. She wasn't there for me
How?
in particular. I'm not
What
saying
did
she's
you
a bad
want her
person.
to do? But what did you? She's definitely not a bad person. Donald Trump is. So what did Donald Trump do for you that Kamala didn't? They got removed. That guest got removed for a community guideline violation. If they want to come back, that's fine. But, dropped my crayon. All right, let's get up our next guest. Folks, please do hit the like button and the share button. Help us get to 200,000 likes. We're going to get up our next guest if you haven't already. If you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a conversation about that. If anybody likes what they're hearing today and you want to support me, my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App are in my bio. I do want to say a massive thank you to Lisa and Marilyn for the $25 on Cash App. That is beyond kind. Georgia, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Why so?
I just want to say I think you're extremely rude.
Oh, really? Let's think about that. First off, you have too much background noise. You got to tone it down. Okay. Let's think about that. Who's rude here? Me or you? Me, who's holding you accountable for voting for a convicted felon, sexual abuser, civil fraudster, twice impeached insurrectionist, who literally was found to be a constitutional violator by his own Supreme Court, buried his wife on a golf course, not that that's relevant, but just wanted to throw that in there, and whose vice president wouldn't run with him, let alone endorse him, who overturned the law of the land in 50 years, that being Roe v. Wade, stripping away the rights of millions of women across the board. I mean, that seems pretty rude of him. Oh, and guest, I know you ran away, but I'm not done. And then you tell me I'm rude when I hold you accountable for voting for that, but you're voting away the rights of women. You voted away the rights of LGBTQ plus Americans, of transgender Americans, of middle class Americans. You voted away the rights of veterans, right? They're about to lose their disability. They're on the precipice of losing Social Security and disability. You don't think that's rude? That seems rude to me. I feel like that's rude. But you MAGA Republicans play victim. You like to pretend as though you're the victim in every scenario. So the fact that we, Democrats, or even Kamala supporters, many of which were Republicans, don't want to come together with you and sing Kumbaya in a unified way, maybe it's because you're screwing over those we care about. We care about America, and we care about those who reside within it. The fact that you're uplifting people like Matt Gaetz, who, thank goodness, he won't be Attorney General, and yet you wish he would be, that's not reasonable. That's not somebody we're gonna sing Kumbaya with. So again, if you think that's rude that we won't unify with you, get over it. I don't know what to tell you, right? Cry more? I could get out my little tiny violin and play you a song. Hello. No, you're not on? Okay, next step. Folks, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a conversation about it. Let's get up our next guest. I'm gonna do my little. Hold on. Let me get it for the Trumpers who are a
Hi,
little
I just
emotional.
wanted to say you're amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I just wanted to say I voted for Kamala, but I just wanted to say you're amazing and keep doing this because people need to know the truth. And honestly, we can't change people's perspectives, but we could keep trying to do our best to put the proper information out there.
Sure.
And
I mean, listen, they
just
have
put all we know.
not a single
So I
MAGA
appreciate
Republican
you.
has come up here and made a coherent statement. And if there are any MAGA Republicans listening right now in the chat, feel free to join the request and let's try to converse and have actual dialogue. The fact of the matter is that they're incapable of doing such a thing. And I would be shocked if somebody came up here and actually knew anything more than their personal feelings. But anyhow, it was nice to meet you. Thank you
have
so
a
much for
good
coming
one.
up. You
Great,
too.
bye.
Okay, let's get up our next guest. I mean, MAGA Republicans know three things: racism, sexual abuse, and civil fraud. And that's pretty much it. There's a big difference between Republicans and MAGA Republicans, right? So let's get up our next guest. Folks, if you are just tuning in, please hit the like button and the share button. Help us get to 200,000 likes by tapping on your screen. If you haven't already, make sure to share this live with your mother, your brother, your crazy Uncle Steve, who probably didn't vote for Kamala Harris, but you want to troll him, so you want to send him this live stream. We're going to give it another moment before we get our next guest up here, because apparently these ones are hiding, and I don't blame them. Let's give it another second. Hello, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, you're good. I was going to play my solo again. Never mind. Let's get up our next guest. I was ready to play my solo. Jordan, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App. I appreciate the love. All right, let's get up our next guest. Sorry, folks. It takes a second. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I did not.
W's. W's in the chat. Let's get up our next guest. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you?
28 years old.
When were you born?
1996.
Okay. All right. Why so?
I just feel like he was the better candidate of the two.
All right. Well, dude, respectfully, that was like me asking you what's your favorite kind of food and you saying, I like the edible kind. I need you to break down like the list of ingredients in a recipe here, right? Saying he's the better candidate. Well, obviously you thought he was the better candidate if you voted for him, right? You need to say the obvious part. Can you tell me again why you voted for him?
Yeah, well, I did like what he did with Roe v. Wade.
Okay. So why do you hate women?
Oh, I don't hate women at all.
I mean, you clearly do, right? You're saying that you like how he refused Kate Cox an abortion for her non-viable pregnancy. Is that accurate? Marilyn, thank you so much for the hot air balloons. That was beyond kind.
Very far
thank
from
you so
the
much,
truth.
Marilyn. Okay, well, what's your stance on abortion then?
I do believe in the three exceptions.
Okay, but Donald Trump doesn't.
How does he not if he gave it to the people to decide on that?
Without Donald Trump, Kate Cox would have had an abortion for her non-viable pregnancy, correct?
Okay, well, why are
There you
people?
go.
Why would women die? in
Without
states
Donald
where abortion is
Trump,
legal?
apparently the violin wants to continue going. Without Donald Trump, Amber Thurman would still be with us today, correct?
No, that's not. That's
How is that
speculation.
not? She would have had access to the abortion she needed.
How are pregnant women dying in states where abortions are legal?
No. Answer
doesn't
again.
happen.
If not for Donald Trump, would Amber Thurman still be with us?
It possibly not. It has nothing
She
to do
would
with
be,
that.
period. And also,
Nothing.
women aren't losing their lives in states where they can seek an abortion. It's states where they don't have access to abortions where they're losing their lives. What you just said was blatantly false. You understand that? So can you tell the women in the channel right now, pay very close attention. Tell the women in the channel right now why you think they shouldn't have the right to choose. Go ahead.
I do believe women should have the right to choose.
You just said that you support Donald Trump overturning Roe v. Wade, so you clearly
And
don't.
giving it to the people to decide.
No, he didn't give it to the
I
people. He
believe
took
that
it
it-
away from the people. How did he give it to the people if he took the right away from the people? That doesn't make sense. You're saying he gave it to the people. How did he give it to the people when women who are people, you might not think of them as people, you might think that women are property, but women are
man.
people.
That's
They
pretty
don't have that
disgusting.
right. Agreed? Women don't have that right to choose anymore?
They do if it was
In
voted on by
democratic
the
states,
majority.
in democratic states, they have the right to choose. In
What about the
Republican
6
states,
out of
the
7
states
that
you voted
voted?
for, they do not have that right to choose.
So the 6 out of 7 states that voted for abortion that also voted for Trump don't want abortions?
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. I don't think you know what you're talking about anymore. You're not making sense.
How many
So
states
take a deep
on the
no,
ballot?
calm down. I hear the gulp. I heard the gulp. Take a deep breath and do what you got to do, and then we're gonna get back into this. But you're not even making sense anymore. Like you literally did not. That made no sense at all. What you just said whatsoever. So let's try this again. You voted to overturn Roe v. Wade, correct?
I voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. Mm-hmm. This election.
You voted to overturn Roe v. Wade, correct?
No, I did not. This election was not the overturning of Roe
No,
v.
you're not
Wade.
paying attention. Is this your first time voting?
No, it's not.
Okay, my statement stands. So you voted to overturn Roe v. Wade, correct?
No, I did not. But if that's the,
Okay, so you voted
what
for
you wanna go
who?
with.
Who'd you vote for in 2020?
Who did I vote for in 20? I didn't vote
Yeah.
for anybody in 2020. Actually, I'm in California, so I didn't.
Are you
necessarily
willing to
think-
engage in a conversation or should I move on to the next guest? What's going on here? Is you're incapable of doing so? Fine, but then I'm going to move on, right? I'll talk to
Okay.
somebody who actually has the IQ to discuss. Okay,
That's fine.
All
I
right.
feel like you're just
I
kinda
feel like
trying
no,
to
I feel
logically
like I'm
back me
trying
into a
to no,
corner
no,
and-
I'm trying to ask you simple questions, and you're refusing to answer because you
Nope.
recognize
I
that
will
your
answer
answers are
them to my
ridiculous.
best of my ability.
But you don't have the ability. That's the issue. If I wanted to talk to a
Okay.
5-year-old,
Thank you.
I would go
Right.
talk to Donald Trump. So
Okay.
again, pay very close attention.
No
You
problem.
don't believe in the exceptions because you voted for Donald Trump, who is somebody putting forth extreme abortion bans like such in the state of Florida where there's a 6-week abortion ban in place. You understand that, right?
Which is highly
This is what
against.
you're
He
voting for?
stated the 6-week is far too.
No, he
extreme.
endorsed it. He endorsed it. First he said it was too extreme and then he
Literally
endorsed
a
it.
statement saying
He
that
endorsed
is
it,
too
and he has a
extreme, that it
statement
should be-
endorsing it as well. Yep, he said it
Okay,
was too
so-
extreme and then he endorsed it.
So you go with the one that fits your narrative.
The
or
new
what?
one, yeah, where he endorsed it. First he said it was too extreme, then he endorsed it. So yeah,
Okay.
we're going to go with the endorsed one because he didn't say it was an endorsement and then say it was too extreme. He said it was too extreme, but then he endorsed it.
Okay.
Right. So you voted for the candidate who supports 6-week abortion bans. Yes or no?
Apparently, if he retracted his first statement, which I'm not aware of, then yeah.
Okay. Women don't know by 6 weeks that they're pregnant. So that's an outright abortion ban. So again, you're stripping away the rights of women like Kate Cox, who had a non-viable pregnancy, and in Texas, where they don't believe in the exception, she couldn't seek an abortion. You're voting away the rights of women like Amber Thurman, who aren't here to tell their story because Donald Trump's extreme abortion ban took her life. You're voting away the rights of the women in Florida who are now going to be victim to a 6-week abortion ban because of Donald Trump overturning Roe v. Wade. That's what you voted for. But then you're coming up here to say that you do believe in the right to choose. Apparently not. The logic doesn't follow. You clearly do not support the right to choose.
I do
understand
believe
that?
I do believe in the democracy.
Thank
of
you so
the
much,
people
Darkness, for the baby
voting
dino
for
egg.
it.
That's adorable.
I feel like there are people on both ends of the spectrum, men and women, that are against abortion and are for
Oh my
abortion.
gosh. Yes. Yep. There are women who are more than willing to become handmaids, right? A few women who want to become handmaids. And
No,
yet
I'm
they do
talking
not
about
speak
people
for
that
the
are highly
overwhelming
religious.
majority of women, right? Right? The overwhelming majority of women voted for Kamala, right? So again, tell me one more time, why do you believe that you should get to choose and not women? Can you tell me? Thank you, Darkness, for the train. Thank you so much.
But
You
they
tell
were-
me. Tell me one policy, because we know that there are numerous policies that regulate the
were
bodies
allowed
of
to
women.
vote, right?
Can you tell me one policy that regulates your body as a man?
One policy that regulates my body as a man.
Yep.
Not off the top of my
Right,
head.
because there's not one. There's not a single policy that regulates your body or my body, just a woman's body. Because in America, women are apparently worth less than men. That's insane. But that's Donald Trump's America, and that's what you voted for.
Yeah,
So
I do not believe that at all.
it's not a believe thing. You don't get to say you believe in it.
Okay,
This
so
isn't
if
Santa
you vote
Claus.
for the
This
person
is the
that-
fact. You voted against a woman's right, and a woman today has less rights than her grandmother did. You understand that?
No.
Women today have less rights than their
truth.
grandmothers did. Women today have less rights than their grandmothers did. Their grandmothers had the right to choose. They don't.
Okay, it was for the three exceptions.
Is what I just said wrong? Is what I said wrong? Is what I just said not the truth?
I do believe there might be
It was a yes
some
or no.
truth in it, but
Women today have less rights than their grandmother. Yes or no?
No. No. Plain and
Okay,
simple.
let's get a woman up here. Becca, where you at?
They have.
No, hold on.
Okay.
All right, Becca, I'm on mute. Have at it.
You want to talk about women's rights? Do you really want to go there with me?
Hi,
Okay,
Becca.
here. I'll talk about it.
Oh,
My
okay.
grandmother was original bra burner, and in the 1970s, she went to bat for women who didn't have their rights because she saw what was happening. My grandmother marched for women because they wanted to have their rights because she saw what was happening. Her friends, her loved ones, her sisters, her aunts, her cousins were dying in back alleys because they were going to back alley clinics and having abortions because they were I can't say it, raped and assaulted by the men in their lives and couldn't have legal abortions. So they were going to clinics and they were dying in back alleys. So they were having back alley abortions. So she went and she marched on Washington to stop that from happening. And in 1973, we were given the rights over our own bodies so that would never happen again. Now we have had that right by the 3 justices that Donald Trump put in office. We have had that right taken away. Women are going to go to back alley clinics. We are going to continue to pass away. Abortion is never going to end. What's going to end is women are going to die. Women are going to go to back alley abortions. We are losing our women. Women are dying. Mothers are dying. Wives are dying. Sisters are dying. These women are somebody to their husbands, to their mothers, to their children. They are dying in back alleys. They are dying in dirty clinics. They are
I
laying in their-
understand you're really
Shut
trying
up.
to
Listen to
shock
me.
factor.
Listen to the
I've listened, but
to the mother of 6. I'm a mother of 6. I've had 6 children. I've gone through hell and back to give birth to these babies because I am a high risk patient. I have also had an abortion. So don't tell me what you think you know. You're talking to a woman with a uterus, a woman who had her rights taken away in 2022 by the abortion ban. I may live in a blue state, but I can never leave my state. I can never leave the state of Minnesota. I can never go to Florida. I can never go to Texas, even if I was offered a wonderful job as a paramedic, because I can't be offered the rights there. I can never leave the blue states. I can never go to those states. I can never work a job there because I can't take the chance that I won't be given the same rights or my daughters won't be given the same rights. So my job of saving lives has to stay here. Kate Cox could have lost her life. She had the money to travel. Not all women have the money to travel. Not all women have the rights that she had. Kate Cox was lucky. Amber Thurman wasn't. So now her little boy, her son, he's being raised without his mother. He'll never know the love of his mother. She won't be there
Which
to
is
see
very
him
terrible.
graduate. She won't be there to see him get married. She won't be a grandmother to him because she died while she was waiting for the care. Women don't know they're pregnant at 6 weeks. Some of them don't even know that they have an anomaly that is incompatible with life until they have their amniocentesis or their CVS test until after 8 weeks or 12 weeks. And let me tell you something else. Women are now having to travel out of state to have their pregnancies terminated. So when they come to Minnesota, they have to wait to gather up that money. So they're having later term abortions at 12 weeks in Minnesota when they could have had them earlier at 6 or at 8 or 10 weeks in their home states if it was legal there, but it's not. So they have to save up the money. They have to save up the money to travel, to get the money, to travel to Minnesota or to Illinois or to
I
Michigan.
understand.
Where it's legal.
I
Don't
would
talk.
like to just
Be quiet.
speak,
I'll
please.
mute you. I'll mute you. I'm a mod power. Someone mod him. Someone mute him so I can continue talking. And don't go on and on and on about how, oh, it's okay if they're raped or if there's incest or if they have something wrong, because every choice is valid. Every choice is valid. Every woman, you don't know what's happening. You want to know my story? I was in a really traumatic relationship. Stuff was happening to me that I will not talk about right here because it is traumatic for me, but I had to have it because it gave me the choice, the chance to get away from that and become a paramedic and raise my children. And I'm still here. And now I have a grandchild and I get to see her grow up, but I may have not had that choice if I didn't have the choice to get out of that and have that and not have that baby. So don't talk to me about you. There's 3 exceptions. Every choice is valid. Every woman has to have that choice. And you don't get to make that decision. You don't get to make the choice for me. And Donald Trump took away that choice for us. So don't talk to me. Don't you, without a uterus, without a reason to ever tell any woman on this app or anyone out there in the world why you have more rights than us to have an AB. Don't you dare come up on this app. Don't you dare come up here on this internet and ever tell me or any woman right here why you have more rights to our body than we do. My body, my choice, my body, my decision. And I don't want any woman, MAGA, liberal, Democrat, or otherwise, to ever die in a back alley ever again, because she wasn't given the choice that my grandma fought for. May God rest her soul, that my grandma marched on Washington. And let me tell you something, my grandma was studying to be a nun. So don't give me your religion shit either, because my grandma was a good, God-fearing woman, was studying to be a nun, but decided to get married and then decided, after seeing her friends and family members die, to march on Washington and fight for women's rights because she could not stand to see women die. And I want you to do something after this. Go and get the movie If These Walls Could Talk and watch what was happening to women before Roe v. Wade, and it will show you how Demi Moore bled out on her kitchen table from a back alley abortion, because that is not just a movie. That is a documentary of what was happening. Women were dying. Abortion is never going to end. But back alley abortions is what we're going to come to. This is what's happening. This is what you voted for. Are you proud of yourself?
Becca, thank you first and foremost so much. I think I speak on behalf of everybody in the channel. Thank you so much. Can we please get like 1,000 W Beccas? Becca, thank you so much for coming up. I think it's so critical that in these conversations that when you have, I hate that it's 2 men talking to each other about why a woman should or shouldn't have the right to choose. Hands down, Becca, thank you so much for coming up, for speaking
You're
on
welcome.
this. I think I want to point something out real quick that I'm sure everybody in the channel noticed. This guest here, about 30 seconds into Becca speaking, was trying to cut her off so that he could speak. That's part of the issue. You weren't even going to let Becca speak about her story, about the situation. She's a woman. You would rather get back to the two men talking about her right to choose instead of listening to her tell you about why it's her body and her choice? That right there said enough, man. You have no integrity. That right there said far more than enough. You have zero dignity. That was completely inappropriate. The fact that you went to cut her off 30 seconds into speaking so that you and I could go back to speaking about her as she's in the room, that's fucking disgusting. Who does that? What did you not have This is like you literally learned basic etiquette growing up. Did somebody actually teach you to be that disrespectful? What kind of behavior is that? That is literally the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen in one of these live streams. And listen, people come up and they spew their profanities, they spew their hate and racism, whatever. What you just did was the most disrespectful thing I have ever seen ever take place in a live stream. That was completely disgusting. Becca, thank you so much again for coming up and speaking on this.
I'm here anytime you want me to slap these MAGAs down, because that's like one of my most passionate things, and I will always carry on my grandma's work, because like I said, she was studying to be a nun. She was a fierce woman. She saw what was happening in her communities, and she couldn't let it keep going. So she marched on Washington, and she was one of the original ladies who went forward and went after the movement. And she's no longer here, but I will always be proud of the differences she made. And I'm sad that her work is no longer that Donald Trump took away all her hard work that she did. But we're gonna get it back, ladies. We're gonna get back what my grandma did. So
Thank you again,
let's
Becca.
keep fighting the good fight. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, guest unmute. We're not even going to continue talking about the subject of reproductive freedom, because after all that, if you are still going to turn around and say, all right, well, she deserves less freedom than me.
There's a high misunderstanding, and
No, there's not.
100% hear Becca,
we
and
understand.
I'm very sorry
we
that
understand.
she's had to experience
we understand that you believe
form.
you are worth more than that of a woman. And yet the reality is that women are in fact going to continue fighting for their freedoms with or without you. If you don't want to be part of that, that's fine. But in the process, they are going to step on you, slap you down, and then lead the nation forward. That's what women have done for decades, for generations.
And that is great. I love that.
And you don't love that because you think that women are less than you.
I do not. I do not.
You do. You made that clear. Even you trying to cut off Becca 30 seconds into her story, that right there,
cut her off.
You literally did. You went to cut her off 30 seconds into her speaking. I had a timer going. 30 seconds in, you were going to cut her off so that you could speak. While she's talking about a traumatic story surrounding her own reproductive background, that said more than enough. You don't want women
acknowledge
to speak.
that. Just
nope,
like
you weren't acknowledging it. I heard exactly what you were doing.
Okay,
Completely
I was not
inappropriate.
going to make her.
Yeah, no, you were going to cut her off. It was completely
I am
inappropriate.
100%
You were going
siding
to cut
with
her
Becca.
off. Completely inappropriate.
I agree.
Now
with
I want to
Becca.
talk about the economy, because again, after that, I don't need to continue to hear why you think
If I
you
can just
deserve
ask
more
you
freedom
one
than that of a
question,
woman.
though.
No, if
And
I can actually bring up the economy, we can discuss that. I just told you we will not continue harping on the reproductive freedom.
I
to
do not
choose
want to harp.
because
That's not
you
my
no,
intentions.
and yet you
that's
don't
legitimate
get you don't get to continue on the subject. Do you understand? Because you just had a woman come up, and we are going to end that portion of the conversation with what she said. Take it, understand it, sit on it, learn from it. Becca said it all. There's nothing left for you to say. You understand?
Okay, I'm just curious about the states that
you're going to continue going. You really are just going to ignore what I
I'm
said
just
and continue
curious
going.
about
you
it
think
and
that
what's
you're
your
going to
take on
continue
it, that's
going?
all.
You're going to continue going? You
Apparently
really think
not.
so, huh?
This is your live.
Apparently not. Correct. So let's talk about the House Republican budget. Have you read the House Republican budget? Yes or no?
No, I have not read the House Republican budget.
So let me explain it to you, and I can pull it up word for word as well if you don't believe anything I'm about to say. The House Republican budget was introduced in March of this year and reintroduced 2 weeks ago. This budget provides a $1.5 trillion cut to Social Security. Social Security doesn't have much left in the pot. Most of it right now is a pay-it-forward system. For example, you and I are paying the Social Security of elderly Americans currently collecting because the money that they paid into it decades ago was stolen from past administrations like the Reagan administration. So my question to you is, knowing that $1.5 trillion is getting cut out of the Social Security pot, and according to this budget, they're going to raise the retirement age to 69, possibly 70, maybe 75. This is something that Mike Johnson was speaking on, but at least 69 they're raising it to. They're also cutting disability benefits, cutting the corporate, individualized income, and Social Security taxes that pay for Social Security. What is your solution to ensure that elderly Americans currently collecting Social Security, disability benefits, what is your solution to ensure that they don't go homeless and starving after you strip away their economic lifeline? Because you can't cause a issue and then not provide a solution, right?
Okay.
That would be wrong.
So you truly think that Social Security is just going to vanish?
I wish I didn't think that, but it's that I know it because it's within the House Republican budget. Do you want to take a minute and look it up?
So it's currently speculation, correct?
No, it's not. It's the House Republican budget. Do you know what a budget is?
Okay, but
What's a
is that
budget?
gonna-
What's
is
a
that gonna be
budget?
fulfilled?
What is a budget?
It's a limited amount of money that you can allocate towards a certain thing.
Okay, and that budget was put forth by the House Republican caucus. 80% of them have already endorsed this budget proposal, which means this is the budget that they are introducing and voting on in Congress. They have the majority in the House, the Senate, the presidency, and they have the Supreme Court. This will pass. Understood?
Okay.
It's on paper. It's not a hypothetical. This isn't the campaign season, and I'm saying, oh, they're going to take it, and we think so because they made the statement once. Nope. Election's over. They wrote down the budget. They're cutting it. They made that clear. I can read you exactly what it says word for word if you'd like
I
me
agree.
to.
That would be terrible if what you just stated would be executed to the T, like you said.
But it would be executed to the T because, again, this is the
I
budget. It's
personally
not changing.
That would
There's
be
no room for
terrible
negotiation.
everybody, right?
To be clear, this
Bipartisan?
isn't going to change because they don't have to negotiate. There is no Democratic majority in either chamber. Neither is the president a Democrat. They're not negotiating. Democrats will have no say in this. You understand? So it's not changing. As written is how it will pass. Got it? There's no room for negotiation.
Okay.
This isn't a bipartisan legislature anymore.
So what good would that do in any way, shape, or form for anyone?
Why do you think that Donald Trump is cutting it? We already know why, but why do you think why?
I mean, I know he's against taxes, but obviously that is a tax that should be paid for. That is
And
a
yet,
service.
In his belief, elderly Americans are out the door and younger Americans are the Americans that he wants to get onto his side. And thus, he's giving younger Americans a small tax cut, which will be pennies in comparison to the tariffs that he's putting into place by stripping away the Social Security of elderly Americans that he claims are out the door. Word for word, out the door. So again, what is your solution for these elderly Americans knowing that you are about to strip away their economic lifeline? Because you can't just leave them high and dry. They paid into Social Security for decades. You can't just take it away, but your president's looking to do so. You need to offer a solution. What's the solution? Or at least, why did you vote to strip away their Social Security? Because us Democrats told you he was going to do it. Now he is.
I would like to come back to that when he does.
He already is. He did. It's done.
Okay.
The House
It's done.
Republican budget is out.
And my
So it's
grandma
done.
doesn't have Social Security anymore.
She won't. Because the House Republican, you really don't understand how a House Republican budget passes, and I can tell. Because you keep acting like it's hypothetical, and it's not anymore. The House Republican
No,
budget
I
hit
would
the
just
floor.
like to see
You
that
understand it
actually
won't be
be fulfilled.
negotiated?
I think Trump's
There won't be
ego is
any
far too big
negotiations.
to let any of that nature thing happen.
Nope. You don't understand. You really don't understand. The budget
I'm trying to
is
understand.
not changing. You're
Okay.
not trying to understand. You are trying to pivot and pretend as though it's not going to happen. And you're
that
like, well, let's
seems
come back when it
something so
happens.
extreme.
You voted for that. We told you. We said it was extreme, and yet you chose to vote for it, right? Don't act like you didn't know he was going to do this. You knew he was going to do this. This is something that Democrats ran on the entire campaign season. You're acting like you're just finding out about this. Like, come on.
I mean, I no. There's been many things, like even the topic that we just discussed.
Dude, Rick Scott alone, I mean, this is happening. Rick Scott alone was trying to sunset Social Security in Florida. This isn't new.
Okay.
Man, you really... All right, again, we're going to move on to the next guest. You're not willing to actually converse here. You're not willing to provide a
totally
solution
am,
to
and
anything.
I appreciate
You're
for
just
that.
going about the entire conversation as though it's a hypothetical. So I'd rather talk to somebody who actually understands what's happening and who is willing to provide a comprehensive rebuttal. You, on the other hand, are just saying, well, you know what? It might not happen. That's not how government works. It's happening, right? Like the budget was put down. You're denial. That's fine and dandy. It's still going to happen. Right?
You asked me if I knew Trump's budget plan, and I said no.
You voted for Donald Trump, right? And yet
So
you
why-
act like you didn't vote away the right to choose. You voted for Donald Trump and you're acting like you didn't vote away the rights
didn't.
of those who are collecting Social Security. You're still saying you didn't, but you did. And you're not willing to accept that or even willing to have a conversation about
States
why you
that
did
went
such
red
a thing.
voted.
No. So again, you're not willing to have a conversation about why you voted like that or what your solution is for those struggling because of your vote. So I'm just going to move on to the next guest. Okay, you're out of touch. You're out of touch with America. We move on. You can't. I'm not just going to sit here as you sit in your feelings the entire time, right? Goodness gracious. Let's get up our next guest. To everybody who's just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 300,000 likes. Let's get up our next guest. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
The Hollies
Can't hear you.
to get cracked.
Okay, apparently we're in our pocket. Let's move on to the next guest. Actually, this is definitely a troll, and that's a troll, and that's a troll. So we're going to restart the live stream, I think. If you haven't already, everybody, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are going to be right back with more conversations and debates. We got to get the algorithm rebooted. So we are going to end the live. Pardon me. Sorry. We're going to end the live stream and be back in about 5-10 minutes. We'll be right back. Hit that follow button in the top left corner. Pretty good. It'll be a great month, I would say. You know what? Honestly, that would make up for a lot of what we had. Just knowing that Matt Gaetz is having an awful day makes my day a little bit better. Again, folks, if you are just tuning in, hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 10,000 likes. Good to see everybody. Hi, Don. How we doing? Hi, everybody. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Pangs. Hi, folks and friends. If you are just tuning in again, please do hit that like button, hit the share button. Help us get to 10,000 likes. We are going to get started with our first guest in just a minute. So if you did vote for Donald Trump, you're going to want to join the guest request so that we can have a conversation. Again, to everybody who's just tuning in, glad to have you here. Hit that like button, hit the share button. Again, if you did vote for Donald Trump, get out of my comments, you little snowflakes, and join my guest requests. The Trumpers are so scared to talk to me, and it's completely blatant. They either come up and say the N-word or the F-slur as though it's shocking, but they refuse to have an actual conversation about their candidate, and it makes very clear. And it makes very clear that they don't know anything. So again, we're going to give it a moment. If you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request. If you are tuning in right now, please hit that like button, hit the share button. Help us get to 20,000 likes because apparently 10,000 was too easy for y'all. We are going to get started in about 60 seconds. Yep, MAGA Republicans are all snowflakes who are just deeply over-emotional, and it shows. Again, if you voted for Donald Trump, get your rear end out of my comments and into my guest request right now, and say it to my face, right? But they can't. All that they can say is the N-word. That is all that they know, the N-word and the F-slur. That's it. They don't know policy. They don't know character. They don't know anything. Thanks for the cat pause. All right, guys. Again, if you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request. We're going to give it another 15 seconds before we get started. The Trumpers are a little scared of me. So we're going to give it another 15 seconds. Oh my gosh, Darkness. Thank you so much for the flying jets. What the fudge? That was so nice. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That was beyond kind. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Can we please get like 1,000 W's to Joyce? Joyce, thank you so much for the love. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you good. You good.
Hello, Carter's dad.
What's up? What's up, bro? What's up?
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did, sir.
Right, and why so?
Oh man, because I didn't know. I really didn't like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I felt like, and this is just how I feel. I felt like they were warmongers. You feel me? And
in what sense?
In the sense that they kept on supplying, weapons and ammunition to countries that didn't really need it.
Do you support Palestine?
Yes.
I mean, first off, you have a little bit of background noise. Would you mind moving to a different area, or?
No, I'm at work. I work at a barbershop, so you're going to hear a little.
Right, well, we'll try to roll with it for as long as we can. Then, let's be clear: Palestine's about to get leveled.
it's been
because you
leveled.
voted for Donald Trump.
It's already leveled though. We could agree
And
on
yet
that,
it's not
right?
a parking lot. You understand that?
But we could both agree
Listen.
that Palestine is messed up right now.
No, no,
right?
no, 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 no. Let's understand something. Under Kamala Harris's policy, you would have had a ceasefire and two-state solution. Donald Trump is quite literally putting people into his administration that have made very clear they want Gaza to be part of Israel. You understand that Gaza's gone, right?
That-
Like it's
that's-
done.
Yeah, but guess what?
Okay, but
That
that's what you
happened-
voted for. So
I mean,
would Palestine, would Palestinians, no, hold on. Would Palestinians, no. Would Palestinians have been better off under Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Which one?
Donald Trump.
How? Huh?
Donald J. Trump.
That makes zero sense. In what way is getting leveled better than the ceasefire and two-state solution?
Again, didn't they just vote for a ceasefire? And
Get ready for Ivanka Stein.
No. Didn't the UN and all that just do a thing about?
There's no ceasefire or two-state solution between Gaza and Israel right now.
And why
Israel
is
is
that?
doubling down
Why is
because of
that,
Donald
though?
Trump.
Why
Because
is
of
that,
Donald
though?
Trump?
No,
Because
it's
of
not
Donald
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
They're
No,
doubling down
because the
because
United
of
States
Donald
veto
Trump.
said no. They did not.
You
like
understand that
the-
Jared Kushner is going to build condos on that land and rent it out. Speaking of, do you think it's going to have a sea view or a river view? Again, this is what you voted for, right?
Again, I'm gonna say it just like this: it's Biden who's sitting there perpetrating the crimes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Biden Harris
No.
was saying two-state solution ceasefire. Okay. I'm telling you how. You're not listening, are you?
No. You
Listen closely. Repeat after me. Thank you so much, Darkness, for the. That's so cool. Route 66. Nice. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. Can we please get like 1,000 W Joyces in the chat? Joyce has been so kind to me today. I don't even. Thank you so much, Joyce. Listen.
Good looking.
The fact of the matter is, okay, and please, like, repeat after me on this, so I know you're actually listening.
No.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Donald Trump is going to level Gaza. And if you think Gaza's leveled now, just wait. He made very clear that he would finish the job.
Johnny.
I'm not done.
Johnny.
Biden Harris.
So you agree that level?
You're not listening. Biden Harris said two-state solution and ceasefire. Yes or no?
Again, no.
Biden Harris said ceasefire and two-state solution. Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Give me a source. Give me a source where they said otherwise.
I'm just telling you. I'm gonna tell you.
Get me a source where they said otherwise.
You're getting real mad.
Get me a source where they said otherwise.
I'm gonna tell you.
Get me a source where they said otherwise.
Look.
Get me a source where they said otherwise.
They don't want it.
Get me a source where they said otherwise.
Actions prove they don't want it. Their actions don't prove they don't want it.
Turning now to the Israel-Hamas war and the hostages who are still being held, Americans among them. Vice President Harris, in December, you said, quote, Israel has a right to defend itself, but you added, quote, it matters how, saying international humanitarian law must be respected. Israel must do more to protect innocent civilians. You said that 9 months ago. Now an estimated 40,000 Palestinians are dead. Nearly 100 hostages remain. Just last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How would you do it?
Well, let's understand how we got here. On October 7, Hamas, a terrorist organization, slaughtered 1,200 Israelis. Many of them young people who were simply attending a concert. Women were horribly raped. And so absolutely, I said then, I say now, Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Because it is also true, far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. Children, mothers. What we know is that this war must end. It must end immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out.
Two-state solution.
There
Hold
must
on.
be-
You were talking when she said it, so listen again.
Must end. It must end immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that. Work around the clock, also understanding that we must chart a course for a two-state solution.
There you go. Two-state solution, ceasefire. Kamala Harris said it on the
What
debate
they
stage,
say
and I
and
just
what
played
they
it to
do
you.
is two different
Joyce,
things.
thank you so much for the whale, Joyce.
What
I
they say and
appreciate
what
the
they
love.
do is two different
No,
things.
no, you're gaslighting now. Get me a clip. Get me a clip where Donald Trump said the same thing. Get a clip. Go get a clip. Go get a clip. No, go get a clip where Donald Trump said the same thing. Go ahead. Donald Trump said he was going to level Palestine, while Kamala Harris said that he was just going to do a two-state solution on the ceasefire.
Play the clip of
No,
Donald Trump
I just
saying-
played the clip. You go get a clip that says otherwise.
Play the clip
No,
of
no,
Donald
no,
Trump
Pookie. You're getting angry and aggressive and unmuting. Next time you unmute, it better be with a clip of Donald Trump saying anything better than the ceasefire and two-state solution, because he said he was going to completely level Gaza, but you seem to think that's better to the Palestinian people than the two-state solution and ceasefire. I'm pretty sure they would have preferred the ceasefire and two-state solution, but listen, Pookie, I need you to go get me the source, okay? While you do that, I'm going to play you a sad song on this violin because you seem to be lashing out. World's smallest violin, just for you.
Hold on, let me pull this up.
It's for you.
It's funny as shit. Hold on, man. Pull this up. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Whoa, Joyce, what the fudge was that? Okay, Joyce, thank you so much for the love, but this is too much love. Thank you so much, Darkness. That was beyond kind. What even? That thing, oh my gosh, that thing was gorgeous. Joyce, I want to see like 1,000 W Joyces, please. That was beyond kind. Thank you so much, Joyce. That thing was crazy beautiful. Oh my gosh. That was giving Angelina Jolie after she gets her hair done. That thing was gorgeous. What the fudge? All right, Carter, you have nothing left to say. So should I just move on, because you're not actually having a coherent conversation? You're acting as though no. Listen, Pookie, you're acting like you have some sort of Pookie. Stop it! You're acting like you have some sort of moral high ground, but you didn't vote in favor of the Palestinian people. You voted against them. You voted to level them. You voted against the Palestinian people by voting for Donald Trump, who said he was going to level Palestine. I mean, Jared Kushner has an entire blueprint for condos on that very lane. Kamala Harris had a ceasefire and two-state solution. You voted against it, and now you're lashing out and you're very upset. You're very angry, and you should be. You should be angry with yourself because you voted against the interests of the Palestinian people, and you thought that by protest voting you were going to prove a point. Instead, you're just proving that you don't have any ground to stand on. You're a blatant hypocrite, and you hurt the Palestinian people. You are at fault for what's about to happen to them. You're to blame. You are to blame. But I'm sure that they'll thank you for voting for Donald Trump as he levels their community. Let's move on to the next guest. Hopefully we get somebody coherent. If you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request. If you are just tuning in, hit the like button and the share button. Help us get to 100,000 likes. I think he really needs that miniature violin. It's the world's smallest violin. It's really great, I'll tell you what. Try out some of the stickers. We got stickers.
I'm sorry. You're awesome. You're so cool. You're so cool. I just wanted to say that. You're so funny.
I love you so much.
I'm on your lives like all the time. And like I'm dying. I'm dying. Thank you.
Girl, you and I both. I mean, it's been a long month, I'll tell you.
Oh my gosh, I've cried too much. Oh my goodness, it's horrible.
You holding up okay though?
Yeah, as best as I can.
Yeah. It's been a tough one, but hopefully, I mean, you saw the news about Matt Gaetz today. Hopefully that puts a smile on your face.
Yeah.
He won't be Attorney General, and the ethics report is still going to get released. So it's been a good day, I think. Anyhow,
Yeah.
Kaya, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too. Thank you. You're awesome. Bye.
Stop. Y'all are too nice. I'm gonna get all emotional.
Of course, worried about what his replacement might be. So I came up with something really fun for a debate point for pro-lifers. And when you're speaking to another male who is trying to push the pro-life agenda, you ask him this question. You tell him, I think that to prevent abortions, the government should mandate that you have a vasectomy. And his response is probably going to be, well, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's illogical and immoral. And I could say, welcome to what it's like being a female or woman under Donald Trump's America.
No, I love that. I love that so much. And you know exactly the kind of answer you're going to get with that. They don't want to regulate. It's because it's not about the right to choose, right? It's about controlling women. They just want to control women. Otherwise, step up and control your own body. Get the vasectomy. I love that point. I love that point. That's a great point. Dude, that's phenomenal. I love that.
About that, I'm like, there's no government legislation against our bodies.
Right.
How would it feel if there was? How would that make you feel? And especially if you think it's illogical and immoral.
Right. And listen, any guy who comes up here, like if there's a single guy who comes up here who says, hey, I'm against abortions, I'm more than happy to pay for their vasectomy. Like I will pay out of pocket for their vasectomy if they just ask, there you go. No more. There you go. You don't got to worry about abortions, right?
Why don't you go ahead and get a vasectomy, because you probably shouldn't be reproducing anyways if you think that women shouldn't have rights.
No, legit, they really shouldn't be. These men who are doing this nonsense really shouldn't be reproducing. In part because I feel awful for whatever children they bring into this world that are going to have to deal with them the rest of their life. Yeah. But anyhow, Josh, good to meet. Sorry, pardon me. Thank you for coming up. Nice to meet you.
Talk to you later, Johnny.
Alrighty, folks, let's get up our next guest. Again, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a conversation about that. We got Connie coming up. Slowly but surely. Hi, Connie. How you doing?
No, I didn't call.
You're good. You're good. You're good. How you doing? How you holding up? What you watching?
I'm a camel lady.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Connie, for coming up. You made our day.
Thank you. I enjoy watching you.
Thanks for tuning in. W's to Connie, please. Gotta love Connie. Ugh. Connie is my new favorite name. I love Connie. That was phenomenal. That made me laugh. That was great. Hi, guest. How you doing? Am I getting ghosted right now? Wouldn't be the first time I got ghosted. It won't be the last. Okay, let's get up our next guest. Had the TV playing in the background. I've never met a bad Connie. Every Connie I've ever met, I've always enjoyed. They're phenomenal. Love Connie. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did. I did vote for Trump.
Okay. Why?
Well, I voted for Trump basically because this is the first election and I'm 61 years old. But as far as I know,
thank you, Joyce.
This was the first election where voters had the opportunity to make a comparison of 4 years of one type administration and then 4 years of another type of administration.
You know that Donald Trump didn't win because of policy, right? Donald Trump won, according to statistics, by on education, right? So Donald Trump, for example, misled vote. You don't get to disagree with numbers. I'm sorry to break that to you. So Donald Trump, for example, Donald Trump, for example, misled voters into thinking he was going to cut costs. And for parents who thought that costs were higher because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, when we know very well it's because of corporate greed, as inflation today is lower than that of Donald Trump's presidency. So if you actually wanted to compare the two presidencies, there were lower costs in accordance to inflation under Kamala and Joe than there was under Donald Trump. Thank you, Olivia, for whatever rainbow thingy that was. That being said, you then look at Donald Trump and he doesn't have a single plan to actually cut costs. If he does, then tell me, what is his plan to cut costs?
His initial plan to cut costs, which I think...
His initial plan? No, what is his plan to cut costs?
Look, are you going to let me speak or not?
Yeah, don't say initial. Just say what his plan is right now to cut costs.
You don't like the words I'm choosing? I'm trying to answer your question. What he said was energy. Energy drives the cost of everything. If gasoline is very expensive, it costs money to transport it.
Yeah, gas isn't expensive right now.
It's going down now.
Gas has been at pre-pandemic levels for like a year.
No, gasoline was $1 something when Trump was in president.
No, it wasn't.
Because we had energy independence. Now
gas was not $1 under Donald Trump.
Well, in
It
Louisiana,
took place during the pandemic. That's not because of Donald Trump.
From $1.01 to $1.99. Okay, it was less than $1.99 in Louisiana. Absolutely, it was. So,
hear me on this.
When energy
Hear me on this. Gas during the pandemic hit right around $1.90-ish in certain regional areas for the point that nobody was on the road, thus there was no supply and demand and gas costs went down. That's not because of Donald Trump. And that shouldn't be celebrated because the economy was shut down. So if you're going to credit Donald Trump for that low gas, will you also credit him for the countless small businesses that went out of business? And will you credit him for the 9% unemployment rate as well?
No, that's Biden. 100%.
How? That was during the Trump presidency. That was during the Trump presidency. That was during the Trump presidency. 9% unemployment was under Donald Trump. Look it up.
9% inflation
Look it up.
was under Biden.
9% unemployment was under Trump.
You can look it up. 9%.
Excuse you. Before we pivot to the inflation rate, 9% unemployment was under Trump. Fact check it if you think I'm wrong. Okay. Oh, you don't want to talk about that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you don't want to talk about that. So my point is, if you credit Donald Trump for the low gas costs because of the pandemic, will you also credit Donald Trump for the 9% unemployment rate? Yes or no?
He did when he became president.
If you're going to credit Donald Trump for low costs on gas, you're muted, so nobody can hear you. I know you're still talking over me, right? Period. So again, nobody can hear you now, so you have to listen to me and you will let me speak and I will explain to you because you're not listening. Again, the inflation rate today is 2.1%. It's been bouncing back and forth between 2.1 and 2.6. In 2018, it was 2.4. So it's on average, right? The inflation rate is not skyrocketing. My point is, if you're going to credit Donald Trump for low gas costs, that was because of the pandemic, then you're going to have to credit him for the 9% inflation rate, right? Or the 9% unemployment rate, right? You're not going to credit him for those, though, even though that those took place under his term, because you're a hypocrite and a conspiracy theorist. So just admit it. You're a hypocrite and a conspiracy theorist. You only want to give him credit for some things, but only the good things. You don't want to credit him for the bad things that took place at the same time. Because while costs on gas were low, the unemployment rate was skyrocketing. But you only credit him for the low costs on gas, not the unemployment rate. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Unmute. Oh, sorry. Do you need an incentive? They're from BarkBox. Great dogs get great treats. Unmute. Come on, be a good boy. Unmute. Why aren't you unmuting? Hello? Let me try. That's not working. Where's my... Hold on. Where'd it go? There we go. Gotta reach my shelf. Unmute. Can you unmute? Fetch. No. Oh, he's fetching it. I said fetch and threw the toy and he ran away. Oh my gosh, he's actually fetching it. Oh my God, he's actually fetching the toy. I can't. The timing of that was phenomenal. I go fetch and I throw the toy and he leaves the live. He literally went to go fetch it. I can't. The timing on that, the comedic timing on that was phenomenal. I can't. Hi guys, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hey, Johnny, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. It's Thursday, one more day until Friday, ready to go. Matt Gaetz isn't going to be Attorney General. Wicked is out. We're having a good time.
Hey, can I ask you a serious question? Because I know you're a pretty smart dude.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did, but I have a question about something else because I know you study politics.
Are on my live stream, so normally I get the first question, right?
No, I answered your question, but can I ask you one?
You didn't answer my question. I didn't even get to ask a question yet. What do you mean?
You know how Biden...
Oh, you're just going to ignore what I said about the... I get the first question.
Oh, yeah, I voted for Trump, yes.
Right, that wasn't a question. That was just to confirm that you know how to read, because it says I voted for Kamala. Why'd you vote for Trump? This is my question. Why'd you vote for Trump?
It was the better out of the two evils. I really don't
That doesn't make
politics.
sense. That's not a coherent answer.
No, you're educated. I want to ask
Okay, after you ask me, though, I'm going to not answer it. Just... the same way you didn't answer mine. After you ask your question, I'm not going to answer it. I'm going to pivot to something else entirely, just like you did, okay?
Well, that's fine. I just wanted to know, Kamala's vice president, Biden said okay.
What
to
is the
launch
job of the
those-
vice president?
Make the last vote, I guess, right? If there's a tie, she pulls it.
Okay. All right. As long as we have an understanding that that is her job. All right. Continue.
All right, now the question I have for you, Biden, and this is just a serious question, and I'm not looking to get cracked on or anything like that.
I mean, you probably
I want to
will, but-
understand. Biden went ahead and said it's okay to launch those intercontinental missiles for Ukraine.
Actually, Mike Johnson approves the foreign aid on that. So do you have an issue with Mike Johnson? Because if so, you elected him.
No, I have a question about the whole, how do we get out of a situation that we're in right now with Ukraine and Russia? Is what I wanted to know.
Okay, well, let's
You follow
understand this.
politics.
Here's the issue. First and foremost,
Yeah.
let's recognize that Donald Trump doesn't have a plan to end the crisis between Ukraine and Russia. Russia invaded Ukraine. You're driving, so I'm going to get you off of here. However, I'll respond to this, but you are driving. Don't text and drive, kids. Russia invaded Ukraine. Okay, they did so because they wanted to rebuild the Soviet Union. By doing so, they are opening up a war on NATO because after Ukraine crumbles, Poland's next. It is America's responsibility to ensure that we don't get to that point and to ensure that Ukraine does not crumble. In part one, because we believe in democracy and freedom, and in part two, because of the Budapest Memorandum that was signed in the 90s. That bill, signed between Ukraine and America, denuclearized Ukraine. Should they ever have been invaded, they would not nuke the aggressor, and lo and behold, they were invaded and they didn't nuke Russia. So that's a win for America, that they didn't nuke Russia and lead us into a Cold War or a nuclear war. That being said, Donald Trump wants to violate the Budapest Memorandum, which would renuclearize Ukraine. And if you think that Ukraine would not exercise that nuclear war power if they thought their country was about to crumble, you're wrong. They will absolutely, if they think that their sovereign nation is about to fall or collapse, they will exercise that nuke. Only reason they haven't is because of the Budapest Memorandum, and Donald Trump wants to violate it. If he does, they can drop a nuke. That's us giving them the okay to go drop a nuke. You voted for Trump, though, right? You don't get to vote for Kamala anymore. Kamala wanted to go through the diplomacy route. Okay? Donald Trump doesn't get to use a diplomacy route because Donald Trump is the same guy who didn't hold Vladimir Putin accountable for putting bounties on the heads of our soldiers. Donald Trump is the same guy who didn't hold Vladimir Putin accountable for detaining our soldiers here. Gucci, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to our little family. You know, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, for example, brought home U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, who was detained in Russia. Donald Trump didn't. That was Kamala and Joe. Donald Trump couldn't. So let's just be very clear here. You're not getting out of the conflict between Ukraine and Russia unless you give Ukraine to Russia, because that's Donald Trump's plan. And by doing so, you're going to lead into a NATO global war, or you can renuclearize Ukraine so that they can nuke Russia. That's Donald Trump's second plan. And that leads you into a Cold War. If you didn't want more war, you would have voted for Kamala, right? If you wanted less war, you would have voted for Kamala. You voted for Trump. This is what you get. You have two options: nuclearize Ukraine and let them nuke Russia, which is god-awful, or let Ukraine crumble and lead into a regional and global war as they move into invade Poland, which is NATO. That's what you voted for, though. You voted for Trump. That's what you voted for. Hello.
Hey, Holly. Hey, baby.
On the count of three, everybody, the magic wand is out. Say hocus pocus. 3, 2, 1. Hocus pocus. Poof, and he's gone. Okay, let's get up our next guest. What's going on? Oh, Pangs, I love the bippity boppity boo emojis.
Hello.
Gina, they're phenomenal.
Well,
was I talking to you yet?
Sorry.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell no.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. Friendly fire. I thought you were a Trumper. I'm so sorry. I was so rude to you a moment ago.
Listen, I just want to say that you're the best. I watch your live streams every single day when you're on, and I love you.
And I just wanted to come on here and say that.
Oh, love you right back. I am so sorry again. I thought you were a Trumper, so I did friendly fire.
hell
That's
no.
on me.
He will never be my president, ever.
Well, thank you so much for coming up.
He's a fucking felon.
And nothing more than a felon. That's literally it. Well, he is also the guy who buried his wife on a golf course. We got to give him credit for that. That was just.
But
that really is something that's.
Yeah, I live with a person that likes Trump. So.
Are you okay? Are you good?
Oh,
it's
trust
okay.
me.
We're gonna get through this. I feel yeah. I get. Oy. Anyhow, Katie, nice to meet you. Thanks so much for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, folks. Oh, we got some new subs here. Welcome to all our new subs. Glad to have you here. Welcome to our little family. Thank you, Chrissy, for the sunglasses. Let's try one more guest. Actually, that's a troll. That's a troll. That's a troll. That's a troll. We're going to get that one out. Oh, you guys want to see a funny? Here, hold on. Mr. Nobody, or whatever your name is, free request. We got Lou. I love Lou. Oh, Gucci, thank you so much for the hand hearts. Hey, Lou, how you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Doing good. How you holding up? How's the vibes? Happy about Matt Gaetz?
Oh, I love it. I love it. But you know, when you elect a clown, just get back and ready to watch the circus.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
But yeah, just holding it down. But I just wanted to come up here, give you your love, your roses for the day. Johnny, you're awesome. You know you're awesome. We love
Thanks
you,
so
man.
much, Lou. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming
All right,
up. Hope you have a good Thursday. Bye. Alrighty, folks. Let's get up our next guest. Hey, Maria. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. Did you vote for Trump?
Hell no. Just want to say to you, I'm very happy you're doing this. And I was just wondering, this is a new account or something like that?
No, this is my original account. I do have backups, but this is like my original. This is the OG.
Oh, okay. Perfect. No, I'm just saying thank you so much for doing what you're doing right now. Keep it up. I'm very
Thank you so much.
and happy to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Y'all are hyping me up too much. Knock it off. Y'all are too nice. Oh, you guys are just noticing the Blue's Clues notebook. Yeah, so I used to have my black notebook, but I decided the Blue's Clues notebook makes much more sense. Hi, Rob. Did you vote for Trump?
No, actually, I actually wanted to maybe discuss. So I voted for Harris, and I feel like there's something that you bring up that I wish more people did.
Okay.
It is about Trump burying his wife on a golf course. Because I also want your take on, like, do you also feel that her children share that same disrespect where they just pretty much say, oh yeah, dad's fine? Like, I just don't understand how anyone could really sit there, especially a kid, like your own kids. I could never do that to my mom. Like, my dad ever suggests something, like, no, you're crazy. So
Listen, if I did that to my mom,
anyone.
my mom would have risen from that grave and slapped me across the head. I know for a fact.
Exactly.
So I think it's so deeply disrespectful on that entire family's part. And it's not just that, it's the actions that they take across the board. And, you know, Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Trump to Eric, for example, they're both ignorant. They're both deeply disrespectful to women. So I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I guess it just amazes me at how many people could really sit there and be like, "Oh, that seems okay." Because again, like if I was my mom, I'd be like, "There's no way." So when I think about it, it's like, how do these Trump supporters just sit there like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm fine with that if I was my mom too." Like, how do you just think so like that? It just makes no sense.
Listen, they moved the goalpost so far for Donald Trump. I mean, I know for a fact that if Obama buried his wife, if like Michelle left us and he buried his wife on a golf course.
Oh God,
that would have been the end of it. Yeah. Joe Biden, right? Or even Kamala. If Kamala buried like her husband on a golf course, this isn't like no Democrat would have gotten away with that. That would have been the end of the campaign. The fact that they're like, definitely. Yeah, that's normal.
Definitely. Yeah.
And he did it for a tax incentive. Like, how deeply disgusting is that?
It's just, it just amazes me. But that's all I wanted to kind of touch on. Like I said, I love your show. I just started following you a couple of days ago. I really enjoy it. So that's really all I want to touch on. I'm glad you bring it up because I feel like it's not expressed enough. I feel like it's not talked about enough. And So that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and jump off now again.
Thanks so much, Rob. Have a good one, okay? Happy Thursday. Thank you.
Happy Thursday. Bye.
Alrighty, let's try one more. Hello, guest. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, sorry, I wasn't sure.
Oh, hi, Flora. Oh, you didn't vote for Trump. I know you. How's your day going? How's your Thursday?
It's good. I just wanted to stop and see if we could all take a moment to reflect on how hilarious it was when they had the conference at the Four Seasons Landscaping.
Oh, what a throwback. I visited there a couple months ago, and let me tell you, I still will never understand like the ignorance that had to have taken place for Rudy Giuliani to have a press conference there and nobody check it. Really is the most, it speaks volumes to his campaign and his team. But anyway,
yeah,
I can't wait to see all the rest of the mess ups that are similar to that over the next 4 years. I mean, Trump's probably going to do a State of the Union speech at like a Friendly's bed and breakfast or something, or like a McDonald's, and be like, I thought this was the Capitol. Anyway, thanks, Flora, for coming out. Nice to chat with you.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Jenna, how you doing?
Hey, Johnny. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Did you vote for Trump?
Absolutely not.
See, I could tell, like, right off the bat, I, like, heard you. I'm like, this woman is smart. Knew it.
I hope it's okay that I came up. So there are so many things that make me so angry about his first administration and everything. But one thing that I constantly think about is, the Supreme Court. And what makes me so angry is the fact that after Anton Scalia passed away, Mitch McConnell said that in March of, 2015, I think, that they would not pass somebody through because it should be the new president who does it, and that there's no way that they will agree on somebody.
Right.
And then at the end of Trump's administration, in October of 2020, they were able to pass through Amy Coney Barrett. And it makes me so angry because it's like they have so many double standards.
Oh, across the board. I mean, down to every little action they do. And this brings it back to the burying the ex-wife on a golf course thing. If Kamala, Joe, Barack, Michelle, if any of them did what Donald Trump did, even one thing, I mean, let's be honest, Kamala sits down in a chair, or Kamala breathes, or Kamala blinks, and they're like, Satan! And it's like, what is but then Donald Trump runs around committing sexual abuse and civil fraud and 34 felonies, and they're like, what a quality family man.
Yeah, it's so messed up. And
it's insane.
Before the election, I was just thinking about, I would feel so sick, waking up every day, just looking at my phone and being like, oh my God, what new thing happened today? And it's like, I can't believe we have 4 more years of this.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be tough. This is what I'm saying. For all of y'all who are just tuning in, if you haven't found your blue dot, find your blue dot. Check with your local Democratic community organizations or your county party, whatever the case be. You're going to want to spend some time with folks who are like-minded, because it makes these 4 years fly by.
Yeah.
Because these 4 years are going to be wild. I mean, it's going to be a scandal every single week. It's going to feel like you're watching the Kardashians on volume 100. It is, I mean, just remember the first term. It was insane. He treats quid pro quos like an average Tuesday, so it's gonna be something. But
yeah, I wanted to bring that up. I'm also in school to become a school psychologist, so seeing everything that's happening with the Department of Education, it's going to be such a shit show.
Yeah, it's going to be something, but we're going to get through it together as we always do.
Yeah, well,
anyhow,
thank you for having me up. I watch you all the time, and I love being in your lives. It's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much for coming up. Have a good one, okay?
You too. Bye.
All right, let's get up our next guest. Again, folks, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request so that I can talk to you. Let's have a conversation.
Sorry, Johnny. I'm not a Trumper. I'm just a civil servant here in Pennsylvania as well. I'm also a veteran.
Hey, thank you for your service.
After serving in the Army, I went and became a civil servant with that sweet veterans preference. And I think one of the other parts of the conversation that doesn't get talked about, because I work in social programs, I work for the county assistance offices here in Pennsylvania, is how many of my clients will be impacted by those social programs getting gutted. Like, it doesn't get talked about enough. Like, I have clients that if the changes they want to make to those programs happen won't be around anymore. Like, the people that rely on that healthcare, the people that rely on those food stamps, the phone calls I get from crying mothers every week about how they're trying to take care of their family, those people just won't be around, period, anymore. And that's the gravity of the situation that I don't see a lot of people talking about.
Right. And I think, and I'm grateful for the work that you're doing in Pennsylvania, especially because I am a Pennsylvanian too. In part, we see programs like SNAP or WIC or these programs in Pennsylvania that a lot of folks do have access to in states where Texas, for example, they don't have access to these programs, or they have access to less of such a program. And I think it's just important to recognize that, like, we know in Pennsylvania, the state government is preparing to do whatever it takes to ensure that those who will be impacted receive the help that they need. But in red states, they're not preparing for that. After these programs are gutted, after they lose access to these programs that are an economic lifeline for so many, if you're in a red state, you're screwed. Like, at least blue states, they're taking action to ensure that they could hold over the next 4 years. So it's just, I mean, this is what they voted for,
argument. That's the biggest argument I hear on here is people sit there in Texas and Louisiana and places like that and go, well, I applied and I was told I make too much. And I'm like, that's a state government issue, because the federal government sets the minimum standard and then your state can expand that. We're fortunate in Pennsylvania that both the Republican legislature and the governors have always expanded it up to 300% of the federal poverty income guidelines. But like in places like those red states, they keep it at that 130% minimum. So it's not like the president's fault that you're not eligible for these programs you need. You need to literally take it up with your governors and your state legislatures, because they have the power to help you and are electing not to.
Right. I'm going to follow you, because at some point later this week, I do want to ask you a few questions about some stuff.
By all means, Johnny, I was actually hoping when you were door knocking that you came through Allentown, because I'm like, yo, if Johnny comes to my house while he's door knocking, I'm going to be so excited.
I went through Allentown a couple of times, but I ended up spending a lot of time like up in the Poconos in that area. I do well talking to like rural Americans, so they were throwing
You're more
me
than
out
welcome
there.
to pick my brain about any of that, because prior to working for Department of Health and Human Services, I also work for the Department of Labor for the state. So like my brain is just full with all sorts of state program and all sorts of social program information, and I'm super down to give anybody information that I have. So yeah, by all means, message me.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it. Alrighty, folks. Massive W's to our guest there. That was immensely helpful. And I mean it sincerely. That is immensely helpful to me, because I have a lot of questions that I've been asking folks about, and I haven't been able to get some straightforward answers, but you know what you're talking about. So I have some questions and I will make sure to message you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Before, folks, we are going to get ready to end this live for a little bit. So I'm just going to do something real fun here. Hold on. This is a MAGA Republican here who has been waiting about 2 hours to talk to me. They're coming in right now, and poof, that is 2 hours of their time they're never going to get back. And I'm more than happy to eat up those minutes like AT&T. Instead of Verizon, call it Johnny Verizon. I'm really happy to do that public service right there. More than happy, honestly. So anyway, folks, we are going to end the live here. And I just wanted to go out on that note. We are going to end the live here and come back in about probably half an hour, an hour. I hope that y'all have a great one. Yo, you guys. Was that good? Y'all got a laugh out of that one? We're going to come back in about half an hour or so. I hope that you folks have a good lunch. We'll be right back. Love you all immensely. Let's see. Do we have... There we go. All right.
Yeah, so 10K. So what has he been around?
Far less than 10K. Far
How
less.
Much?
Like a few thousand. Like 3,
Shut up.
4.
Are you
no,
serious?
I'm not kidding. It's everybody. Yeah, everybody.
No, because I remember someone sent me a screenshot of Dean's live, and Dean has 2 million followers and was only at 5K. He should be at like 20.
Right. So
yeah.
It was, so from what I understand, from what I've gotten so far out of some of the contacts I have, is that in October there was an algorithm update to incorporate more
Oh, that's
AI
why I didn't see him
tech.
on a second account.
And then they were looking to do another algorithm update, which took place about 2 weeks ago. However, that has been flagging accounts for zero reason.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the point where I'm like, it's a matter of just waiting it out. But
No,
how
I've been-
long
I've
do you
been
have to wait it
saying
out
this.
for?
This happens every time there's like a something like politically significant happens. Every single time, like clockwork. They change their algorithm. So yeah, I don't know. It can last from a week to a damn month. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah. But
But they've been really tight. It's been tight in here.
Just like these guns. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just like, damn, like that's just, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm small, minority get 300. Now I can't get above 100. Yeah, it seems like it's hitting everybody hard.
Oh, it's hitting everybody. It is not just, it's...
The fall off is crazy, chat.
I'll tell you what. Somebody the other day was
Oh
like...
my God, no you don't.
What?
I want that.
Oh, the Notebook? Oh my God, I know. Where's it gonna crap?
Give me that right now. Where'd you get that?
Amazon.
Shut up.
No, I'm not even kidding.
I
And
just
better
realized
yet,
I want that.
better yet, I also got the world's smallest violin.
I saw that.
Yeah,
But
I
that
love-
is so cute. Hold on. The Blues Clues notebook? Hold
Our
on.
handy dandy notebook. Handy dandy notebook. Not the typing. You're like, I got.
No, because that's adorable. What the fuck? Oh my God, I love that.
You should totally get it. It's so. I love that. Love. Yeah, this was honestly. This might have been.
I always
the
wanted to
greatest
eat that
prop.
crayon when I was a kid.
Oh my God.
You already know, Cooter.
Ma'am, I already did. The tip is missing.
That crayon looked so tasty when I was a kid.
Why did we have the same idea? Tashika, I bit the tip of it off earlier because I was curious what it tasted like.
We are.
It's just a crayon. It tastes straight up like Crayola. There is nothing special on it.
It just, I don't know. There's something about
You
the
can see
green
my
stripe
teeth marks
that
in it
just get
still.
me going.
Yeah, no, 100%. You gotta listen. Oh, did you have Steve or Joe?
Who?
You know, Blue's Clues. Steve or Joe?
I was the original, okay?
Oh, you had
I was
Steve.
an original Steve, okay? Wait, there's been like 3 different hosts, right?
Yeah, Steve, Joe, and whoever the other guy is.
The guy, I think Joe was kind of hot. Hold on.
I had Joe.
The
I had
Asian
Joe.
guy is cool. What is he, like Filipino? He looks Filipino.
I don't know. And I've never seen like the new ones, but I know that they had a third host.
I fell in love. Well, the new host is like an Asian guy. Or is he Asian or is he like? I don't know. He kind of looks like Pacific Islander. But yeah, I love Steve. I had a big crush on Joe. Okay, let me tell you
Who
something.
didn't? Who didn't?
He was so cute.
You know, crazy. Okay. Craziest thing I ever learned was
he's Filipino.
magenta. Magenta's the boy.
Clocked.
Blue is the girl.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Did not know that. I learned that like
they
a day
always
ago.
say she. They never. I love him so much. His face is so early 2000s. I don't know how to describe it.
Joe?
Joe. People just looked different. Like, I don't know
Yep.
how to describe it.
It was before everybody started doing all the things to their faces, you know? It was just like, this is just your face. You just got a face. Joe was just a good looking guy.
Joe was a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure all these people were like in college by this time too. Cause I knew Steve was in college and he was like.
Was Steve in college? I thought that Steve
he
was
was
like older. No?
No, he was in college, I think. He's on TikTok. He like told his entire story about like how he got into everything.
Ah, go Steve. Steve's a wonderful man. Wait, what? Steve makes music? Wait, hold on, what? What kind of music?
I have no idea. I never listened. What's the new guy's name? What's the
Do
new
you
guy's
guys
name?
chat? Do you guys know who the? I sound like Blue's Clues. I'm like, chat. Do you
his
know
name is
who's the new
Donovan.
host?
That's so cute. My nephew's name is Donovan.
Oh, his name's Donovan, the new host.
No, Joe's name is Donovan.
Oh, Joe's name.
Donovan Patton.
So we know Steve's and Joe's real name and fake name. We still don't know the host of the news show. Oh, Josh.
His name is
Josh.
Joshua Dela Cruz.
Steve, Joe, and Josh.
Yeah.
It's never Johnny. They never go with Johnny. I'm telling you. I've never. Maybe someday.
His name is Joshua Dela Cruz. Not them having whole. First of all, I'm a little bit confused. Like, why are they not on the face of Vogue? Oh my God! Oh.
Please tell me you're not looking at Josh right now. Is this you looking at
he's
Josh?
kind of fine though.
This is your reaction to Josh from Blue's
It has to
Clues.
be the lighting because.
Oh! Stop! Hold on. I got you. Have you seen the Wiggles?
No, that one guy from the Wiggles.
Give me a second, Mr. Purple.
The orange guy. I know exactly.
John Pierce.
Let me tell you something. They got some for the parents. Let me tell you something.
Okay, that 100%.
No, hold
The
on.
purple
The
wiggle
Wiggles?
is not. Yo, hold on. Let me get
the
you a
new
photo of the purple
Wiggles?
wiggle, everybody. I'm telling you right now, the purple wiggle was not for children. The
As a
purple wiggle was for
lesbian?
the
Oh, he's
moms
purple, not-
and the
I don't know, I thought
dads.
he was orange.
Hold on.
I don't know. As a lesbian, low key, low key. Oh my God! I love how they have like some of the old Wiggles in there too. I love how they make appearances.
Okay, hold on. So, purple wiggle. You see the little purple? Excuse me. This is a wiggle?
I love him!
This is a wiggle?
I need him!
This is a wiggle?
Wiggles,
Give me a sec.
I had a crush on the Asian Wiggle. I forgot his name. Of the original one.
This is a wiggle! What?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Excuse me. I remember when the Wiggles were a bunch of old geezers. What is this? How is that? I'm telling you right now, folks, that wiggle, that ain't. That
Look at him! And they got him. If you don't get him in some damn.
That's a dildo. That's a defilgo.
Get him into like.
That is not a wiggle.
The clothes that they put them in are so perfectly made to not sexualize them. But if they just put that man in some fucking skinny pants, man. But for the one time.
I'm telling you now, they hired the purple wiggle and they were like, oh, everybody's going to love them. And the CEO of the Wiggles was like, yeah, that's why we're hiring him. Yep. Children are just going to love him. Yep. Definitely for the kids.
Him and the other purple wiggle, those two are like parents' favorites. And so they're like, we're definitely bringing them in. Definitely not for the mothers of the crowd. To really
yeah, totally. It was. I mean, they definitely brought the purple wiggle in there just because they're just because purple's a great color.
Oh
I'm
my
sure.
God, y'all don't understand. Damn.
All right, so Joe from Blue's Clues or the purple wiggle?
I would love for them to look longingly into my eyes and give me their entire Wiggles paycheck. That's all I want,
I wonder how much a wiggle gets paid.
Not him being on Sunrise because he the only one that went viral because he damn fine.
I'm telling you, listen.
Oh my God, I just love when attractive people do kid shows. I don't know what it is. Like, remember the Doodle Bops? The fucking
Did
the
you say
one?
Doodle Bop? The mehoing?
No. There was a show called the Doodle Bops. Okay, and if you know, you know.
Was that the
chat.
clowns?
If you know, they kind of look like clowns, but like over time, the outfits got better. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Do y'all know
One
who
was
I'm
pink,
talking
one was
about,
like
bro?
orange, one was blue.
Oh my, yeah. There's a pink one, there's an orange one, the blue one.
Yeah.
The orange one.
The orange Doodle Bop. Oh my gosh.
I need him.
You need help. That's what you need. He wasn't even. He was painted orange.
But
what?
You gotta go. No.
You might as well just like Donald Trump.
You don't understand. You don't understand. You gotta watch this. Just look at him. Oh, just look at. I just want to know what he can do with them big ass fingers, man. Cause oh my God.
What the fuck? Ma'am, I was with you. I was with you on the purple wiggle. You lost me on this one. It's given. We gotta do a. We gotta do a hear me out
cake. You clearly
cake.
don't know who I'm talking about.
No, we gotta do a hear me out cake. You're like, wait until you hear about Wow Wow Wubsy. Girl, calm down.
No, you clearly see you're not getting it, and it's clearly because you don't know who I'm talking about. You clearly don't know.
I got another hear me out.
Do deplorable things.
Who was it? Let me see.
Look up Mo from the. Oh, look him up. You don't like you just a cute little rocker.
Not the orange one. You really picked out the orange.
No, because I feel like you fucking with me right now. No. Because let me show y'all. Because y'all not really, y'all not grasping. Y'all are not grasping, and it's pissing me off. Hold on. You mean to tell me? Put me on a big screen right now. Oh fuck.
His name is Johnny. Oh wait, is his name Johnny? What a great name.
Shut your ass up. Hold on. Are you
Tashika,
kidding me?
No,
because you not understanding. You're not. Are you serious right now?
Yep, I'm out.
Are you serious
yep,
right
I'm
now?
out. I'm out.
Are you serious right now?
Nope.
Are you
Your hear me out cake has been
serious
tossed
right
in the trash.
You're not.
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's the orange skin. It's given Donald Trump. What do you mean? Look at him. Are we looking right now?
This is orange phobic, and I will not be standing for it.
Tashika, girl, his orange and his hair looks straight up like Donald.
What do you mean, though? Y'all are sick.
Does anybody agree with Tashika on that?
Why
hear me
is
out?
the chat shitting on me?
Tashika, because he's orange.
Oh, girl, you can do better. Yo, why are y'all treating me like this?
Because you picked the one that looked the most like Donald Trump.
The blue one was always fine, but okay. Let me show you. Let me show you what his actor looks like. I think his actor.
Okay, maybe you should have shown the actor. Maybe that's what you. Maybe you should have shown the actor, Tashika, not the man dressed up in orange and.
This is the actor. Okay.
No, still not with you. Still not with you.
I agree.
I'm so sorry. You're so on your own. You're so on your own. Absolutely not.
You telling me you wouldn't? You wouldn't?
Tashika,
you wouldn't just.
Tashika, I would not. I would absolutely not.
I would let him rip my whole.
Tashika! Oh my gosh! My gosh! Oh my gosh!
Y'all are so mean to me. Y'all are so mean to me.
You picked a bad photo both times. Like I gotta imagine that there's a good photo somewhere, but yeah, you haven't found it yet.
Okay, the blue doodle, he was alright. Like
okay, but you see the difference between the purple wiggle and what you just showed. Okay, there's a big difference, Tashika.
Y'all not seeing the vision.
I don't know that it's not. We're not seeing it. I think it's just
no, because y'all don't see the vision. Y'all not seeing what I'm seeing, right? Y'all not seeing the potential. Right now, the blue wiggle with his fine ass, he's a tall one.
With his fine ass.
Because he's tall. He's like 6'2".
What is going on?
Canonically.
You know, at one point, this was a conversation about politics.
And he was the first one I had a crush on. My crush on Mo started, like, this year. So, look.
Wait, who's Mo? Is Mo the orange dude?
Yes.
Oh. I thought his name was Johnny.
This is real. Are you good, Johnny? The actor's name is Johnny.
Okay.
Damn it.
Sorry.
You shit on my dreams.
What?
Okay, the blue one's name is Rooney. Okay. All right, it's Mo, Rooney, and Dee Dee.
You want a Blue's Clues?
Yes.
I got lots of them. They gave me so many. I'm telling you, Tashika, get the book. Get the book. Get it. Do it.
I would like to apologize for my outburst.
Oh, you mean how you were fangirling over the orange
We
doodle
don't
bop.
have. We really don't have to refer back to the.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I did the same for the purple wiggle. It's fine. I mean, I think that there is a stark contrast between the purple wiggle and the orange doodle bop.
Oh, well, that's your opinion, and you're allowed to have those.
This is true.
Anyway, so this has devolved.
This really has. What were we doing here? What were we doing
We
again?
were supposed to be debating.
Oh,
We were
right.
debating about whether or not Mo is hot, and I still think it's an objective yes.
All right, chat. Purple wiggle, orange doodle bop.
I don't think that's a fair comparison. Okay?
I'm pretty sure that's who I picked. That's who you picked. So I
don't think that's a fair comparison because we didn't have the camera technology at the time of the.
I don't know. The camera was gonna fix it. I don't know about that.
This is a little unfair. Okay.
I mean, oh my gosh, who commented? Too tired for this. Commented orange and purple. Too tired for this. Goodness gracious.
You're saying you'll take them both on?
Oh my gosh.
There has to be some rule 34 of this.
Too
somewhere.
tired for this. Said, why do I gotta pick?
I'm gonna look up Doodle Bop's rule 34.
Doodle Bops had rules?
You don't know what rules are?
Is that like, was that? Whoa! Do you remember the Upside Down show?
Yeah,
I
but
just had
like
a flashback.
y'all don't.
Weird.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't remember rules?
Is that a Doodle Bop thing? What was Rule 34?
No. No. No.
Do you have me cussing on here? What just happened? What'd I say? What did I say? No!
No.
Oh, gosh.
No. So Rule 34 on the internet. So you can literally look up anything plus Rule 34. And Rule 34 is internet code.
No!
Corn of that thing.
Tashika!
There has to be.
Bad!
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, you have me sitting on a Thursday.
You're not allowed to hit me anymore, Johnny.
You have me sitting on a holy Christian Thursday, Tashika.
I love some good R34. Like I think it's pretty funny. Like sometimes I'll look up like just like random shit and then put like R34, just see what pops up. It's pretty fucking funny. If you think that there isn't corn for it, there is. There is. I could look up Tashika Rule 30.
Donald Trump praying
Somebody
like
write some what happened to I need somebody to write some fanfic about me, okay?
fanfic. Oh my god, wait, could I be in the fanfic? Why'd you hesitate? I would have let you in my fanfic.
I don't know if you should.
Okay.
Given because fanfics are sexual in nature.
Oh, is that what a fanfic is?
Oh my god, Johnny. Jesus.
I thought it was like a comic book, no?
No. No.
Oh.
No,
I
not
don't
at
want
all.
to be in your fanfic anymore. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Just you and the orange doodle bop. You guys have at it.
Somebody, oh my god. I made this a challenge. If you play Sims, I was challenging people to make a sim of me. And hashtag it.
Make a sim of you?
A sim, yeah.
Oh, like the video game. Gotcha.
Yeah. I was telling people to make me a sim that looks like me.
That's fun.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a fun little activity. That was a while ago. Right?
Hey, are you seeing Wicked?
I want to. But like, what's been going on with it has been kind of strange.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
The whole thing with like Ariana Grande and I forgot the other actress name. I've never heard of her before.
Cynthia.
Yeah. They're like strange. Like people have been talking about their like weight loss.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate that. See that? I hate. I don't get like. Listen, people.
Like usually I
Just
don't
be your
like
weight.
talk.
Just
I
you
don't.
be you.
No, I don't like talking about people's weight. But people were saying like they don't look good. They look like things that are indicative to like disordered eating. And then there were also like reports that like Ariana was fainting on set because she refused to eat. So, and if that's true, then shit.
Yeah. It's a tough situation because it's really one that you got to navigate on your own. And clearly, I mean, look, obviously, right? Thousands of people are saying it. But even if thousands of people are saying it, sometimes you really do just got to figure it out on your own. So, all in all, I just wish him health. But
I was thinking like how, because I think the easier route would be to tell people that like famous people don't have anything to do with their own personal insecurities. But I don't know. Like it's kind of like it's like that conversation like needs a lot of nuance. Because obviously like a celebrity cannot be like, if a celebrity's body changes and that affects their audience, they can't control that, right? But if you've gone from like what at least looks like a healthy weight to what they are now, and like there are real kids particularly who see that and who want to look like that.
not me. I'll tell you what. Listen, I'm going through my 20s right now, right? And I feel my metabolism doing that thing where it like, you know, as I go through my 20s, and I'm trying to go with it. I'm like, I ate like half a thing of whipped cream before. I'm like, I got to start doing this while I can, because I can like feel the metabolism like just not doing it anymore, you know? And
I don't feel comfortable talking about their bodies. I think that's fucking weird.
That's what I'm talking about, whipped cream.
I think people should just like. I genuinely think in this situation that people, like, if they're not sick and they just happen to lose weight, then I don't.
Well,
see
again,
what's the
that's
point
why
of
I'm like, I
talking
think
about
that just let people do their thing. If there is an issue, they'll have to figure it out on their own, right?
it. Then why are you? Because people are fucking talking about it, and I just said that people shouldn't talk about it. Fuck. Are you grasping?
Listen, I'll tell you what. Like I said, I think we all just got to worry about ourselves. For me, like I'm well aware, again, my metabolism going down the going down the truck as it always does in the 20s, and so again, I'm just vibing about it.
Hey, so
Speaking
Leah,
of-
that's an insane name you got there. That's a pretty crazy name. Look at that person's name. You sniffing dog treats?
Are you judging me?
Are you seriously sniffing dog treats right now?
Did you judge me?
Leah,
oh my gosh, your name.
Them dog cookies at the pet store? Ooh.
These are from a Bark Box. So I got Ted a Bark Box, and I've been using the treats to throw at Trumpers. But they like low-key smell really good. Every time I open the bag and I'm like, ugh. Like I'm hungry. Actually, I'm low-key really hungry right now. I gotta make dinner at some point. No idea what I'm gonna do though.
I think in these situations, chat, we should really focus on not censoring the people with the bodies, but censoring those who are affected by those. And then in building communities that teach these young girls to not look to celebrities for their own personal images. I don't think we really get anywhere by talking about the celebrity's body.
Oh, Ashby, can you do a restart? Yeah, I probably should do a restart. I gotta get
We've
back
been in
into
here
debates.
fucking around.
My statement stands. If you're around later and you want to do a battle, because
I'll take my
everything's
damn wig
kinda-
off, okay? And you know, fucking with a black girl, when the wig come off, the night is over. You be texting me when my wig is off, and I'm just like, damn.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
All right.
Look, let me show you. Like, I still got I got my hair in a little ponytail. Look, hold on. I got my hair in a little fucking ponytail, but it's so flat. I still got the fucking glue in it from the goddamn cap. but I got my hair nice and flat. You see that?
Ooh, I know what I'm having for dinner now. I did. Oh, first off, you look gorgeous. What are you talking about?
You see what I mean? I got my hair real. I got my hair. I had to flat and then do the thing. I got my shit real nice and flat right now.
You first off, you look gorgeous, and you know that.
I need to get my fucking hair done. I mean, not my hair done. My nails done. Anyway, yeah. No,
Can I come with?
Install.
I want to do my nails.
Yeah. Do I have a bird? I do. You see all his toys? Oh, fuck. You see all his toys and shit over here? He got some stuff hanging from the ceiling.
Little birdie.
You know what's actually crazy though? I have no idea where he is. Zephyr.
It's a flying puppy.
Zephyr.
To be clear, kids, puppies cannot fly. Do not try to make one fly.
There you go. Oh, there you are. He doesn't really use any of his toys. He just likes to sit at my feet.
All right, Tashika. I just got a message that there's wings downstairs, so I'm gonna go try to grab some wings from.
Oh, from your man?
From what?
Your man?
No, haven't met my man yet. It's okay.
Yo, real quick before you end, I don't know where y'all at, okay? But your girl is down bad. Butch lesbians, please! Please!
You did. All right.
They've been in hiding for 3 years.
Somebody the other day asked and was like in the chat, and they were like, "Would you ever date somebody if you met them on TikTok?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would."
Please,
guys. Here are my specifications. Here's what I need. They need to be a multi-billionaire who is at the age of 99 and they are 1 foot in the grave. That is what I need. And somebody willing to get married within a day from now. So a billionaire who's 99, 1 foot in the grave, and willing to get married tomorrow. If you meet those requirements, please let me know. More than happy to.
Hold on.
Hayden,
really quickly, get the fuck over it. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. Okay? Get the fuck over it. Get over it. Okay? Everyone knows no one gives a shit. Get over it. Thank you. Anyway, if you are a masked lesbian, the DMs are open. You got a long wingspan.
Jen, oh my gosh.
Let me get to the yams. I take touch me nots as well. That's okay.
Okay, I'm going to go get food. Bye, Tashika. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm taking away your Blue's Clues. You lost this.
Oh.
You lost this the moment you brought up the orange doodle bob. If you're on later, I'm gonna go grab some wings. But if you're on later,
did you just get raided? I think you just got raided.
Did I really just get? Did I just get raided?
I hate when that happened. Let the femmes in. I love femmes. It's
no,
just
they're not
not
raiding.
for me,
They're not
love.
raiding.
It's just not for me. I love femmes, but it's just not for me.
Oh, was it literally a raid? Are you guys raiding? Is that what's happening right now?
I saw someone said a Maori raid.
Maori raid.
You went up
okay, all right. Let's get up some conversations.
Yeah.
If you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a chat.
Somebody says, please, though, I'll build you a house.
I'm just gonna throw on my little. Never mind. I don't need that. All right, let's do this. If you voted for Donald, we might actually need to restart, so TBD, who knows. If you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a conversation. We're going to give it about 15 seconds. If somebody doesn't come up, we're going to restart and then just...
And when Johnny does, or if Johnny does restart, all you got to do is just refresh real quick and, it takes like a second to restart.
Yeah, takes approximately 2 seconds. 1, to swipe down, and 2, to ignore that I'm live again and then leave me forever. All right, we're going to restart. I'll be back in like 15 seconds. before we move on to the next guest. You've proven time and again that you can't actually converse or have a
watch
dialogue
your
on
views
any
go down.
subject.
And
So
watch
we
your
spoke
views
about
go down.
agriculture, and you concede
600
that Donald
view
Trump has no idea what he's talking about. You concede that Donald Trump is going to deplete our workforce development over this past decade. He's going to deplete the GDP by $450. Is that correct? $450 billion.
Absolutely.
You agree? Okay, perfect. So again, you admit you hate women. You admit that our GDP is going to crumble. You admit that Donald Trump doesn't have an immigration strategy. And let's actually talk a little bit more about that. You spoke on the campaign trail about how Donald Trump was going to, for example, secure the border. How is he going to do that? How is he going to secure the border? Because it sounds like the only way he's going to secure it is by crumbling our
Look
economy.
at the immigration going on right now. People are coming in at
Okay,
huge
you're very
rates.
emotional. While you're emotional, I'm going to play you a song on the tiniest violin.
All right, play some Beyonce.
Do you want to keep crying? Your tears pair very well with the song. Aw, he's crying, guys. I got him so triggered. I basically own his mind. This is phenomenal. I got you doing everything I want you to. This is phenomenal.
Dude,
the
you are
psychology.
so
I took
out of your
a
mind.
single psychology course in
seriously.
college years ago, and that's enough for me to trigger you in a matter of 5 seconds. How phenomenal!
Dude,
Money well spent
I'm
on
literally
college. Let me
winning
tell you
this debate.
something.
What are you talking
Calm down.
about?
Calm down. Just
I'm winning
respond
this
to what I
debate. I mean,
asked
come on.
you. Just respond to what I asked you. How exactly are you going to secure the border?
Dude, I am going to go there myself, and I'm going to secure it. Look at me. I mean, dude, I'm so sexy. Dude, I will...
All right, everybody, let's get up our next guest. Moving on. What is going on with Trumpers? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Hello?
Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not, but both.
I appreciate it. Let's get up our next guest. I am just looking for opposition at the moment. Oh, we have Mishi here. Oh, I tried bringing her up. It didn't work. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, goodness gracious. Folks, if you haven't already, please do hit the like button and the share button. Help us get to 200,000 likes. If you like what you're hearing today, feel free to support me. My Venmo, PayPal, Cash App are in my bio. Or if you want to hit that follow button in the top left corner and join our family. Hello, I haven't seen you since the DNC. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Hey, have you gotten your George Soros check yet? It's a little late this week.
I'm waiting for it. Usually it comes with my DNC talking points.
Okay, because I didn't get either yet, and I'm a little nervous. I was wondering if I got cut off.
Yeah, I didn't get the bonus though because Kamala didn't win. So,
well, I mean, I was grateful because Kamala. I mean, just last night you were there. We had that whole tea and everything, and when we spoke about our plan to overthrow the government. So anyway, good times, good times.
yeah, Soros funded a trip to Hawaii for my husband and I. So that was
Aww.
so I got to
That is so nice. We were just at the holiday. Yeah. We just, it was really nice. We were just talking about how we were going to, invest in crypto, but not crypto for anybody else. We were actually going to illegally stock trade. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a wonderful time.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get a holiday bonus, but I'm not sure since she owes $20 million, right? And
Right. But hopefully the Soros bucks just pays it all off.
I so wanted to talk to that guy because, I mean, if you thought he was triggered, have a woman talk to him because that would have, I think, just sent him right over the edge.
Oh, he was nuts. He was actually crazy.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the FAFO stage. It's coming. It's coming.
So you're going to chill with us, do some debates for a little bit?
Sure, I can bring some
All
up.
right. Let's see what we got.
With me if you need to.
This is a new duo, by the way. This is a new duo. We haven't done this together yet. This is a first. I'm excited. Don, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hey guys. Yeah, I did.
Gross. Why do you support the sexual abuser?
Nah, let's not say it like that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're right. Let me take that back. That was rude. I apologize. Hi, Don. Why do you support the rapist?
Oh, here we go.
Was that better?
You can do better. Keep going.
Civil fraudster, sexual abuser, felon on 34 counts, the guy who was found to be a constitutional violator, according to his own Supreme Court in June of this year. That's Amy Coney Barrett, who wrote the introduction on the decision that ruled him to have been in violation of the Second Amendment. Donald Trump, the guy whose own chief of staff, who oversaw his entire administration, said that he was indeed a fascist. He buried his wife on a golf course. Not that that's relevant, but probably just something to add in there, because I'm sure that's probably illegal somewhere. Donald Trump, whose vice president wouldn't run with him, let alone endorse him. That Donald Trump. Why'd you vote for that Donald Trump?
Well, not just me, but more than half of the country voted for him.
No, that's actually inaccurate.
How so?
Because statistics tell us that he got less than 30% of the vote.
No, I mean, out of everyone who voted, he got less than 30%.
That's different. You said half of the country. Half of the country did
Right,
not.
half of the country that voted. Half of the country that voted.
Actually, I think it's a little under 50%, and votes are still coming in. They'll be counted till December. It'll probably not be that. And they had the slimmest majority in the House that they've ever had. And they
won the Senate, the Congress, and the presidency. So it looks like a landslide to me.
That's not a landslide. A landslide is what Reagan had. He even won California.
Yep.
But the Democrats lost everything. They lost all the seats and they lost the presidency. That was a pretty bad disaster.
You're confused. Okay, for example, in Pennsylvania, about 6 million votes were cast, and yet that election was decided by 17,000 votes. So was that a landslide in Pennsylvania? 6 million votes cast, 3 million on the left, 3 million on the right, 17,000 votes decided that. Like, if you think that's a landslide, you're insane. Dave McCormick squeaked out a victory, right? That's not a landslide.
Guess where it went?
Not a landslide.
Guess where it went Saturday night? Can you guys guess where it went Saturday night?
Don, you won, okay? You won.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But
Guess where it went Saturday night, please. You guys have to guess.
On a date with your mom?
I'm in Florida. So
I went. Okay, wait, hold on. You definitely went on a date. You dated your sister. You guys went out. You had a good time. I know y'all like to keep it in the family tree. You MAGA Republicans.
You went to a Matt Gaetz underage girl illicit drug party.
Close.
Yes,
it's close.
Yes,
it's close.
I heard about those. Dawn,
No,
did you have a
it's
great
so
time with you
close.
and your sister?
You guys are getting closer. So I went to
That's not a good
MSG.
thing.
I went to MSG in New York City to the USC, and they were all there. Trump, Vivek, Elon, and the whole 20,000
okay, if you wanted to tell us it smelled like
went nuts.
horseradish, you could have just said that, right?
It was awesome. It was
all
the
of the
best
guys
time
in the
in
same
New York.
room. So what? It smelled like dirty mayonnaise and old socks. Oh, phenomenal! I would have
It
left
was
MSG as
great.
fast as possible. So let's
Next
get back
time
into this.
you have
Why
to
did you
come.
vote for Donald Trump?
Next time you have to come with.
Why did
please.
you vote for the criminal?
Well, a couple of reasons, right? One was the economy was not good. I think the majority of Americans agree that.
Frankie,
they
thank
want
you
to
so
see a
much for the
change in the economy.
$5. And Noel, thank you for the $2 for the Panera fund. I want to get Panera after this. I should do that. I'm sorry, were you speaking? I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
Panera isn't that good anymore. But
Can you stay
yeah,
on
for the
topic?
economy was one of the top reasons. Immigration as well, another big
Oh,
reason.
I get it. You hate America, so you wanted to crumble the economy. So let's talk a little bit about that economy. Can you tell me exactly how Donald Trump is going to economically benefit middle-class Americans?
Yeah, with just the energy bills that he will pass.
You're
the
more
first day
energy
in
independent
office.
today than you were under Donald Trump's first term. You're also
But
drilling
you
more
just
today
wait. If
than
we
you were
have the
under
same
Donald Trump's first term.
conversation in Q1, if we had the same conversation in Q1, you would see how much less you'd be paying for your gas.
You understand that
car.
gas can only get so much lower, right? Like,
you would
realistically,
see how low
gas,
it get.
gas. No, it's 2024, and these are your new costs. This is the reality of the equation. The last time you saw $1 some odd gas was under Obama's first term. The fact of the matter is, Finding
It's
Dory,
gonna
you
happen
might not
again.
recognize. Dory,
It's gonna
Dory,
happen
stop!
again.
Nemo's not here. Calm down. Listen, Dory. The fact of the matter is, you might not be remembering this, but we have something called time, and time changes costs. And so costs today aren't going to be the costs you saw in the 90s, for example. It's just crazy how life works like that.
In Venezuela, to fill up your gas,
ask
it's cents. It doesn't cost anything.
What is Donald Trump going to do specifically to bring down the cost of your gas?
He's going to deregulate. He's going to make it easier for gas companies to produce more gas, and he's going to reinstate the pipeline.
Don,
Yes.
well, first of all, we produce the most amount of oil that we have in U.S. history.
But it's going to be even more. It's going to be even more.
Don, Exxon CEO actually came out and said they are not going to be drilling more. They're already doing as much as they're going to be doing right now.
There will be more. There will be more. I can guarantee you this.
Also,
in Q1.
sorry.
Is he going to make them? Is he going to make them drill more? And by the way, the pipeline was cut down by the courts. So is he going to? What's he
I
going
was
to do?
just going to say, like, you understand, if he's saying he's going to reinstate the pipeline, then he's lying to you again. He can't reinstate the pipeline.
No, he will.
He
It'll
can't.
be reinstated.
It'll
be
can't.
reinstated.
How's he going to reinstate it? Because apparently, he can't. So how's he going to do it then?
He's going to push it forward, and it will be reinstated. You will see.
That's not how it works, though.
How?
All I can tell you is in Q1, gas prices will be improved.
No, tell us about that
Everybody will
pipeline.
benefit.
How is he going to pass the pipeline?
And more importantly, how does the pipeline bring down the price of gas?
Right.
It's basically it's coming from more resources, right? So we're increasing our supply of gas. Therefore, we're
But
decreasing
Don,
the cost.
if that's the case, and we're producing the most amount of oil that we have in U.S. history, why
Right.
would gas prices be down to where you want them?
We're not only going to be producing more, we're going to even
We
start
are right
exporting
now.
it.
But don't you understand? We're producing more oil right now than we did under Donald Trump.
But there will be more. You can double it.
You're not
right? You can
understanding.
double
There
it.
can only be so much more. You can't, like you saying there's going to be more. There can't be more. It is impossible for there to be more.
It's not
As Misha
impossible.
just said,
Maybe
ExxonMobil
maybe
made very
today-
clear there won't be more.
Maybe today
No.
you're not seeing it
No,
as it will be
listen, we don't
anymore,
live in
but there will
fantasy
be
land.
more.
We live in reality, right? So again,
It will be reality. We can have the same conversation in March, and your tone will change. Just like you were saying, he will never win. Remember when you were saying he would
I
never
never
win?
said that. I actually never said
Remember
that.
when you were saying that Biden was gonna win, and then everything kept changing, right? You
I
said
didn't
Biden was
start
gonna
live
win.
streaming until long after Biden dropped out. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I remember when you were pushing Biden. You were riding with Biden. I
I
remember.
didn't. I was not on TikTok.
I
at
love
that
your
time.
lies. I love your lies. I'm a big fan.
I was not a
honestly.
TikToker.
I like your lies.
Okay, I wasn't a TikToker
I like your
until
lies.
after Joe Biden dropped.
No way. No way. I remember
Yeah.
you were doing the lies. You did
Oh
a
my
great
God.
job on the lives, and he.
I don't know
dropped
what
out
lives you're
on
talking about. I wasn't. Okay, whatever.
you.
The gaslighting
Anyway,
is crazy.
so immigration. Let's talk about immigration.
I wanted to talk about the economy. Let's talk about
Well,
the House
okay, well,
Republican
so,
budget.
all right.
Do you know what the House Republican budget is, or do you know what a budget is?
Of course. I mean, but
Okay, great.
I don't know what
So
what
the
is the House Republican budget.
was put
Yeah.
forth by the Republican caucus, and 80% of them endorsed this budget. This very budget has been, once more, I'll repeat again, endorsed by 80% of the House Republican caucus, meaning this proposal is the proposal they will adopt in the new term, and they will pass come January. The Senate will then pass, because they have the majority, and then Donald Trump will sign it. We will take it to the courts, and yet when it inevitably hits the Supreme Court, it will pass. So don't say it's not going to happen. Don't say it's a hypothetical. If you disagree, look it up. It's a simple Google search. This very policy consists of a $1.5 trillion cut to Social Security's pot. We know that there's nothing left in the pot. It's a pay it forward system. Donald Trump is cutting that system. So he's cutting $400 billion in corporate income taxes. He's cutting $1.2 trillion in individualized income taxes and $2.6 trillion in Social Security taxes. So for younger Americans, folks who aren't collecting just yet, they're going to get a slight tax cut, which is pennies in comparison to the tariffs Donald Trump's going to put into place that will hike up their costs and make the tax cut redundant. But for
tax
elderly
cuts are
Americans,
good.
I'm speaking for elderly Americans, disabled Americans, and veterans, somebody MAGA Republicans I thought cared about, but I guess not. What a shock. They're going to lose disability benefits and Social Security. Also, the retirement age is going to increase to 69. So again, if anybody disagrees with this, type into Google House Republican budget, and it'll be the first search you see. So tell me again, now, after you strip away the Social Security and disability benefits of veterans, what are you going to say to them? What you going to tell them after they're homeless and starving? What's your message?
Well, 69 is a good number. I would like to start there. Second, I would say that Social Security is not getting cut. Like, people are
It
not
is.
going to lose their benefits.
It is.
It's not. Like, no
It
one's going
is.
to lose their benefits.
No,
and
it is.
Tax
It's
cuts
getting
is
cut.
a great thing.
Donald Trump is
Who
cutting
is
it.
going to argue that increasing taxes is a good thing? I want my taxes decreased. I don't want to pay hundreds of
Don, are you
thousands of dollars a year in taxes. That's
Don,
crazy.
Are you rich? Don, are you rich?
I make money just like anybody else here makes
No,
money.
I
I do.
asked, I asked, are you in the top 1%?
What is described as the top 1%? Like,
You're
how much
not.
you make? No,
not.
how much is it?
If
How
you
much
don't know,
is
you're
it?
not in it.
Not in it.
I make 600,000 a year. Is that top 1%? I don't
You don't
know.
make 600,000 a year, and still that's
I
not
can
top
prove
1%.
it. I can pull up
Prove
my
it.
W-2 right now.
Do it
year
right
to
now.
date.
Show me the rooting number.
It's still not top 1%. But
Wait. No, year to date I made 600,000.
No, that's fine. Show me right now. Yeah, show me. I want to see it.
All right. How do I?
Don't forget,
can I
pull
share
up that
screen?
bank info.
Okay.
Everybody got your phones ready? Y'all know how to screenshot, right? Y'all know what to do?
I know.
Yeah, you just pull it up.
I'm going to need your social security number to confirm.
Right, please.
How do I? No. How do I share a screen though?
Dude, we don't care. We don't care. Anyway.
Really?
You're not that bright, are you?
Okay, so the reason why you voted for Donald
I don't
Trump.
know how to share a screen.
I can
Sorry.
tell.
We don't care.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I'm VP of Business Development, so I make not only an income from salary, but I make bonuses as well.
What company?
But I'm not going to tell you what company. You crazy?
Oh, that's because it doesn't exist.
It does exist. It does.
Apparently not.
Business dev, 600 grand.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It must be a big company.
But apparently
It
not,
was
'cause you
really
won't say
small. It was small, but we
It's a
grew it.
big company in your mind.
Well,
It's
anyway,
one of those
that's great.
companies that you think of.
Congratulations, Don White. You're a white, wealthy man. You'll probably do fine.
My mom's from Brazil. I speak 3 languages. It's crazy.
Okay, you'll probably be fine.
I'll be fine. But I want my taxes cut. Like, that's a great idea to cut taxes.
Okay. And that's okay if children starve.
Right.
No one's going to starve. We're going to be a great, rich country.
You would get a tax cut to ensure children starve. You understand that? Somebody's losing out because you know your taxes pay for something, right? Did you know
Stop
that
it.
your taxes are paying for something? It's
I
called
know.
Social Security, disability
And I
benefits.
don't mind paying
CHIP.
taxes. I don't mind it.
Don, 1 in 4 children live in poverty in the state of Texas. 1 in 4.
And it shouldn't be, right? That's crazy.
Oh, why then?
It's about to be 2 to 4.
But the government overspends. Like, that's why DOGE is coming in, right? The Department of Government Efficiency. Isn't that great?
Isn't it weird that the government of efficiency has 2 people heading it? That seems very efficient.
Yeah.
Well, they come from the private sector, right? So they'll be able to kind of like identify areas that can be cut from like this huge overreaching government. That's a great thing.
Yes, it's a great idea to put somebody like Elon Musk in government efficiency. Mind you, this is the same guy who told the EU that if they gave him a plan to solve world hunger, he would accept it. And then after they gave him the plan, he said, tricked you, but I got good press out of it, and then never gave him the money to solve world hunger, even though it would make up approximately 0.2% of his entire net worth to do so. Ain't that crazy?
Are you talking about
Such a
Elon?
good man that we should have in our government.
How much do you donate a year to charities?
Don, I
Yes.
do a lot. Don, if you make over $600,000, do you actually need another tax cut?
Yeah, I do, because I don't feel like you should be giving the government that much money.
Do you think that you need a tax cut if it's going to cost other people? If other people are going to have to pay for it?
No, we should spend less as a government. We don't have like a taxing
So the
problem.
reason
We
why
have a
Donald
spending
Trump-
problem.
The reason why Donald Trump has to put tariffs on America is so he can pay
Right.
for the tax cuts for the wealthy. The reason why he has to get rid of things like the Department of Education, which also provides like funding for children with disabilities, et cetera, is so that you can have a tax cut.
Yeah, I mean, the Department of
It's okay,
Education is
it's
just not
okay.
very efficient. It's
Okay,
not
so-
efficient.
No, it's okay. You
Like
get
the
money.
U.S. I remember
kids.
coming to the U.S. when I was 9, and my math skills
Wait, you
were a
weren't
lot
born
better
in the United States?
I was. My dad worked with oil, right? So he
You
he married
said
my
when
mom.
you came to the United States at the age of 9.
9, right?
Where were you born?
I was born in Texas, but we relocated to Brazil for oil. They do offshore.
Your parents were
drilling
born in the
Brazil.
United States too?
My mom is from Brazil. My dad's from Texas.
Oh, well then when the
Yeah.
wall goes up, where's your mom going?
My mom has her citizenship now, so she can
It
say.
doesn't matter, right? It's denaturalization. So when that wall goes up, where's she headed?
There's no denaturalization. That's crazy.
Yeah, there is. Your
No.
party's made that very clear. So when that wall goes up, where's she going? I
She-
ain't asking
she-
you to pivot. I'm just
She's
wondering
got
where
that
she's
American
heading.
passport. You know the
I
American
hope she's got a
passport.
passport to somewhere else too, because
She's got both.
she's gonna need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what
She's
remigration is? Do you know what remigration is?
What's that?
You don't know what remigration is, but Stephen Miller.
Is it going back to the country you came from? Is that what it is? What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not happening. There's no remigration. That's crazy.
You said she's from Brazil. She's gonna love Brazil. She'll love it there. She
does. She goes there all the time for travel.
I mean, she won't have any way to, because they don't send you off with your banking info and they don't send you off with, your possessions. They just kind of put you in handcuffs and toss you over the wall. So I hope that you're there to catch her when she gets thrown over. But
I'll catch her. I'm always there for her. It's
Aww,
okay.
That's so nice. But you weren't there for her at the ballot box when you voted against her interests.
She voted too for Trump. Isn't that crazy? She voted for
did.
Trump.
Oh, so you misled your own mother. Oh my god.
You know what's crazy? I went to vote and I voted with one of my best colleagues. He's from Dominican Republic. Another one's African American.
Hold on. Wait, one sec.
Yeah. Oh, here it goes. F you.
What? I was just looking if I have a fuck to give.
Oh, you see? I called it out first. There you go. Yeah. But anyways, I really enjoy your live. I gotta get my fiance. We're gonna go to dinner. I hope you guys keep doing this live.
Can you put your fiance on so that we could tell him that you are a walking red flag?
She voted for Trump too.
My statement stands.
And she's not vaccinated. And she's not vaccinated.
Take her all over the place. Take her all over. Bring her to the movie theater. Bring her all over. Bring her to the hospital. Enter the urgent care and just walk around the urgent care. Just really breathe in that air.
Lick it.
No.
Yes, lick the airport bathroom. Listen, hear me out.
Bad.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Again, listen. You know what? You're totally right. I just want you to take her on a lovely date, go to the airport bathroom, lick the floor. I want you to go through an urgent care and really soak in that air, You folks have a wonderful time. I'm sure you'll live a long life.
See if they'll give you some unpasteurized milk too.
Yes, 100%.
Those are good. There's a lot of health benefits.
Eat those raw eggs right from the chicken. You just go right from the chicken. You just,
Those are the best. Have you ever been on the farm? They're so good. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Keep doing your good work. Talk to you guys later.
Please don't talk to us later.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. It's just
he doesn't.
Yeah, fuck them kids. That's.
Yeah, he was like, kids are gonna lose their health care and their food, but you know what? It's crazy.
I can take my lady out to a nice steak dinner.
Yep. My unvaccinated lady out to a nice steak dinner. That's crazy.
That was a flex for him too.
Right? He was like, and she's unvaccinated. I'm like, okay.
I know you need to hang. I'll hang you and I'll burn you like.
What the heck? Oh my gosh.
That's totally hot.
Like, what was that? Listen, everybody's got their kinks, but that was a new one. What was that? Next, he's going to be like, I'm going to get out the handcuffs and I'm going to tie you to myself. Like, what the? Calm down. My gosh.
And she's not vaccinated. I'm the only one giving her the jab.
Oh my God, I'm going to Temple later. Jimmy, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
What up, Johnny?
You vote for Trump?
Yes.
How old are you?
Yes.
Okay. Again, folks, if you haven't already, hold on, let me do the spiel. Hold on, TJ. If you haven't already, everybody, hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 200,000 likes. If you do want to support us, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App's in the bio. And other than that, enjoy the show.
Give him some more galaxies. Give him some more galaxies.
Stop. Give me all the galaxies. Somebody send the TikTok universe. I'm just kidding. TJ, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? TJ, it's a little early to be sundowning like this, don't you think? Okay. Next up, if you did vote for Donald Trump, join the guest requests.
Die, nigger, die.
My goodness, the kinks are weird. The fact that he makes like 19 accounts just to talk to me. Like, see this right here. It's like you have 19 accounts. Like you have that much of a crush on me. They have like that much of a crush on me. The closet's glass. What is going on? It's like he's got like 19 accounts just to try flirting with me. It's so cringe. Like the closet's glass. The closet's so glass.
And they get upset when we call them racist.
Right? It's like you're racist. And they're like, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're pretty much out of guest requests. So let's bring up some Kamala supporters. If you voted for Kamala, come on up and say hello. Oh, y'all like the tattoos? I appreciate it. I see some folks saying they like the tattoos. Thank you. We got all the things. All right, let's get up some Kamala supporters now. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Doing good. You voted for Kamala?
I personally didn't, but I wanted to say thank you because you're the reason that my fiance voted for Kamala. I'm originally a Canadian citizen. I just moved to Washington.
Enjoy the state. It's a nice state.
I know. Washington is lovely. I love it here.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming up. Massive W's to your husband as well for voting and for voting for Kamala. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, because you're the reason that he did.
Stop. You can knock it out. You're going to make me emotional. It ain't stop it. Scotty, thank you so much for the sad hamster. Y'all going to make me emotional. It ain't even 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Scotty.
Y'all are too nice. Y'all are too nice. Justina, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
No.
Oh, wait. I know you. I'm so sorry. You voted for Kamala. Duh. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We're vibing.
I just think you're so amazing. You really are. Your mom should be so proud of you.
Stop. Mom! Did you? No, I'm just kidding. She's not here. I live I live far, far away. She's up north, but thank you so much.
Yeah, she should be very proud of you. She really brought up a true gentleman. So she should be very proud. But one thing is, yes, I have a special needs son, and I am so worried about his education and his disability, because he does collect Social Security, and it scares me. My ex-husband voted for Trump, so he can care less. I haven't voted since I was 18 years old. I'm 53. If it wasn't for my daughter going through what she went through, as being great, I wouldn't have voted. And I did. I did vote because of my daughter. And it's just sad. It's just so sad that this man gets away with what he gets away with.
Yeah. I think, I'm sorry, what were you saying? I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I hate it. I was originally from New York, and I'm in Pennsylvania now, and it's just
welcome to the Keystone State. Glad to have you here.
It's different. I have to say it is different. Yeah. The education wise is a lot different, but it is what it is. I get they don't pay attention to the special needs kids when it comes to education, and if they're going to change the education, my son is 9 years old and he doesn't know how to read, write, tie shoes, do the bathroom. He has a lot of learning to do, and it's sad. And there's not enough help for them. There's not enough help.
You're in a blue state. You'll fare much better than the red states.
Well, that's good.
We're going to protect you here. I mean, in part, especially because in Pennsylvania, not only do we have a Democratic governor, but let's say even the governor in 2 years flipped red. He won't. He won by 15 points. He'll be here in 4 years. Let's say he did, though. You still have a Democratic Supreme Court, too. Like, we are locked up in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania presidentially went red. No, state's still bright blue through and through. So you're good, at least here in Pennsylvania. But for a lot of folks, I mean, it's going to be a really tough 4 years, and we got to continue fighting for them. That's why I'm grateful. I think that President Biden had really packed the down ranked courts from circuit courts across the board. I mean, with Democrats to take Donald Trump's policies and kind of stop them in their footsteps, because there's going to be a lot of fighting in the courts these next 4 years, and we got to be ready for that.
Yeah, and we got to be ready for you, because you got to stick with us and guide us through this whole thing.
I'm running for Congress. I'm just kidding.
You should.
Wow.
No. For Pennsylvania, you should, because I know you would get a lot of votes.
Well, hey, thank you so much for coming up, and thank you for taking the time.
You. I really appreciate it. You're the best. You keep going forward and keep up the good work, Donnie, because you're amazing.
Love you immensely. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.
Mishi, we should battle at some point. Have you done battles?
No.
You don't like battles? Oh,
I wouldn't want to battle you. You'd beat me.
No. Well, probably. My community is that good.
I have a great community, but I think you
I voted for. Oh, sorry. I voted for Kamala, and unfortunately, I'm in Texas. Not because I want to be, but because my husband is active duty military, and I don't have a choice. So I'm stuck where I'm at, and now we're dealing with them trying to put Bible curriculum inside the classroom for public schools. And that's scary because, again, we're stuck in this state and I can't go anywhere. On top of that, I'm a disabled veteran and I rely on my VA payments with my SSI because I can't work, obviously, with my PTSD. Not that we would suffer too bad because, again, my husband is active duty, but they kind of get paid shiitake. But again, I'm worried about my disability because I know they're taking millions away from the VA.
Right.
I'm worried about my SSI because that's, we know what's going on with that. I'm worried about my kids getting indoctrinated inside of a public school where we should be having separation of church and state, and that's not happening here. And I thought maybe we would be protected a little bit being on base and having just a melting pot of people. And that's not going to happen because we still fall under this school district and they run these schools on base. So if it comes through, then I wish I could homeschool them, but I do not have that mental capacity. Again, I have PTSD. I have trauma from the military. I cannot hold an attention span. I rely on the public school system to teach my children, and it's not fair.
Right.
So I think, when people are like, homeschool your kids, I wish that I could mentally, but I deal with a spouse who deploys almost all the time. He's a pilot, and that's his job, is to leave. And so I'm the sole provider of my children. I cannot, if I need to take care of myself, I can't homeschool my children. And it's crazy that now I'm having to come up with a solution if this comes down the pipeline.
Right. And, first and foremost, I think what these people who voted for Donald Trump have to recognize is that they voted against the interests of people who are fighting for our country first and foremost. It breaks my heart it shattered my heart as I was reading through the House Republican budget, recognizing.
Wait a minute. Israel, why are you telling me to divorce my husband? Girl, stop. I love my husband. That's absolutely rude for you. Get the fuck out. Anyway, continue.
Somebody commented that? That's disrespectful.
Yes. She said Israel McLaughlin, she said just divorce your husband.
It's probably
get out of here.
Disrespectful. So I think, got to recognize on this that I'm looking through the budget, right? I'm reading through it, and I keep looking for the part where these MAGA Republicans, they kept campaigning on how they're going to uplift veterans and fight for veterans and how they're going to support veterans, and it never got there. I went through the entire budget, couldn't find a single thing about it. The only thing I saw was that they were cutting the disability benefits and Social Security of veterans who don't qualify through the VA or don't get enough through the VA. And it's like, you tricked veterans into thinking you were going to support them, and now you're literally giving them not a single ounce of access to economic fruition through this budget, and it's just absurd to me. My heart breaks because there is a lot that we can do in the courts, and we are going to do to stop this budget from taking place, but there is only so much we can do, and they are inevitably going to leave a lot of people either hungry or ill or giving them a harder time than that of what they would have had under Kamala. And it's just insane that they they genuinely want to hurt people, it seems.
Haley, you can say all day, none of that's going to happen. It's not going to happen. Girl, it's in the budget. Yeah, go ahead and delete that. And there was another person that said divorce my husband before it's too late. If y'all don't stop, I've been married to my husband for almost 10 years.
Kate, you have to ignore the comment section.
Lord. Anyway, that's my 2 cents about being in a state that I wish I could leave.
Well, hey, Kate, thank you so much for coming up, for speaking your truth. I remember you came up the other night too, and I really appreciate you doing that. I think, again, just know that we're going to continue fighting forward like we always do. We have gone through tough times, whether it be a civil war, a Great Depression, a market crash, Donald Trump's birth, and we've just gone through a lot of tough times, and we will get through this one too. It's what we do.
Yeah. And maybe you'll be stationed in a blue state next.
Hopefully. Come to Pennsylvania. We would love you here. We'll take great care of you over here. All right, Kate.
Thanks.
Have a good one, okay?
Yep.
You know, some good news, Misha. You heard about Matt Gaetz? I know you heard. Yeah, right. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Good riddance.
He was a distraction. He's going to he's going to put in someone as bad as he is. So it's great, but honestly, he'll probably call into somebody who's just as bad.
Yeah.
All right, I got to scooch though. My husband just is walking in. So
see ya. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. It was really fun. I love your live. It's like a good time, man.
Thank you for coming up. That's what we listen. It's half education, half entertainment. That's what I always say.
Yeah, it's a perfect combination. So
Thanks for coming up. Nice to see you again.
thanks for having me. It's good to see you too.
Brett, thank you so much for the $10 on Cash App, and I also see your message. I'll make sure to check it on Instagram afterwards. Hey, Jazzy, how you doing?
Hey, Johnny, thank you so much for letting me up.
Thanks
I
for
want to say
coming up.
thank you for everything you do. I follow you. You are amazing. And you just crack me up the way you just treat these idiots, these MAGA people with the violin and the chicken and all this shit.
You gotta love it. Listen, you gotta love the little violin. The fact that it's functional too is crazy to me.
I just want to say thank you. I'm actually honored to be up. I saw your pictures with Kamala and everything you do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could have met Kamala, but
She'll
'cause I'm a
continue
huge
going
fan.
around. Listen, I think a lot of folks think that this is the end of the road for her, but we got to recognize that Joe Biden ran for president 3 times before he won. Hillary ran twice. Like, Kamala getting 100 days for a campaign, that's not the last we're going to see of her. She'll be back in 4 years.
Exactly. Can I just say something real quick? I don't talk conspiracy, but I think Mamala right now is working. Everything is quiet. Even though she conceded, she's a prosecutor. It's just me. It's just personal feelings. I don't know. I think that she is working right now. Because there's no way in hell this criminal, she's going to roll over being the prosecutor that she is. It's going to let this happen. So I just think she's working. I don't know. That's just me.
I think she's got
But you
plans,
are
but you know,
amazing.
the election's going to stand as the election stands. But as far as Kamala, she's always working. I know for a fact.
Johnny,
I'm sure she's prepping right now for 4 years from now. Anyway,
Papito,
Jazzy,
you are
thank you.
amazing. Do you parla italiano?
No, all I know is a bunch of curse words in Italian, but I can't say those on here.
Oh.
My Nona taught me them. So
That's good. No, because my grandfather was Italian, so I speak Italian. But
yeah.
Papi, you are the best.
All I know are 2 things. 1, that a wooden spoon really hurts. And 2, a lot of curse words in Italian. That's pretty much it.
They sure do. Okay, Johnny, I love you. Thank you so much for
Have a
letting me
good
up. I'm
one. Thank
honored.
you.
Thank you.
Folks, we might do a live stream restart and redo and get some more guests up here. I think what we're going to do here, because it's about 7 o'clock on the East Coast, I think we're going to take a few minutes, go grab some dinner. Let's all go eat, do our thing. We'll come back and do some more conversations, more debates. But it's about dinner time on the East Coast. I know on the West Coast it's only like 4 o'clock on the West Coast. But it's dinner time on the East Coast at 7 p.m. So I'm going to go do that. I guess I'll play us a little violin to, end the live for the next half hour. We'll do a little violin. Let's get some violin emojis in the chat, everybody. Join me in the music. Pick your favorite instrument. Throw it in the chat. What instrument are you playing? I see some electric guitar, some drums in the chat. We got some piano in the chat, tambourine. Oh, I could do a tambourine too. All right, we're gonna end it here. We'll be back. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back after dinner. Oh, switch to sub live. Let's get a quick little hello to our subs. Hi subs. How are y'all doing, my little family? How you folks holding up? Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Our little community. How you guys doing? Liana, your instrument is a fork and knife. Nice. That's awesome. Hey, thanks. Hey, Becca. Love Mo. Hey, Gina. Hi, Don. Michelle, MT, Lisa. Hi, everybody. Hey, Andy. How are y'all holding up? Hey, Ren. How you guys doing? Doreen. Oh, thank you so much, Jazzy, for the festival. Cheers. Ultra, I'm doing good. We're here. I mean, Matt Gates is out of the equation, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'll be honest. But hey, chat, folks, have you seen Wicked yet, or are you going to go see Wicked? Are you guys seeing it? I know it's competing with Gladiator for like opening weekend, but are y'all seeing Wicked? Becca, you have the flu? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear. 10,000 likes. Share the live with everybody, you know. Let's all take a quick moment. Let's take a quick moment and let's just share the live with our brother, with our mother. Let's share the live with everybody we know. And let's hit that like button and help us get to 10,000 likes. We are going to get started with our first guest in just a moment. We're going to be kicking it off with the battle against Polly Politics. So please tune into the live, sit tight, and then we're going to be doing some conversations and debates. Jacqueline, thank you so much for the galaxy. Jacqueline, we even get started yet. What you doing? Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Again, everybody, please do hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 10,000 likes. We are going to get started in just a moment. If you are tuning in, it's good to see ya. I guess my first question for all of y'all as we wait, when exactly are you guys all going to go see Wicked? Are you guys seeing Wicked? Y'all are seeing Wicked, right? Let's get up our topic here. There we go. Y'all are seeing Wicked. Yeah, everybody seeing Wicked? Okay, good. Alrighty, folks. Again, we are going to get started in just a moment. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 20,000 likes. If you voted for Donald Trump, join the guest request and let's have a conversation about that. Skylar, you like the chain? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was a gift from my Nona. A very Italian grandmother thing to do, I'll tell you what. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Again, folks, if you are just tuning in, hit that like button and the share button. Help us get to 20,000 likes. We are going to get started in just a moment with our first guest. We're also going to be doing a battle against Polly Politics. So if you are down to whoop some Polly Politic rear end, then hit that like button, hit the share button, and prepare, because I think it's going to be a pretty good night. I think it's going to be good. Again, folks, if you are just tuning in, sit tight for a moment. We're going to be getting up our first guest in about 30 seconds or so. Hit that like button, hit the share button, help us get to 20,000 likes. Steven, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Steven said, Seven, not Steven. Seven, thank you so much. Seven said, love Polly, but stand Johnny. I agree. Can honestly, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need the hype. Can we get some W Johnnies in the chat, please? Let's get the hype going because we're gonna need it. Yeah! Hey, thank you so much, Gina. I appreciate the love. All right, let's get up our first guest.
Hello.
Hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did, and you know what? He won by 312 electoral votes.
Oh, hold on.
Why are you doing that?
Because you're crying.
I'm not. He won.
I got you. It's okay.
But he won. I don't know.
It's okay.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Calm down. I got you. Don't cry.
I'm not crying. I'm happy. I'm happy. And you know what?
So let me better understand this. So you voted for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is going to be stripping away the Social Security of elderly Americans across the country in the House Republican budget. Excuse you. In the House Republican budget. Have you read it? Yes or no? Probably not. The House Republican budget was endorsed by 80% of the House Republican caucus, and that very budget cuts Social Security by $1.5 trillion. And then it cuts the Social Security, corporate, and income taxes that pay for Social Security. So he's cutting Social Security. What's your plan to ensure that elderly Americans do not go homeless and starving after he implements this very plan?
Can I just ask?
Oh, you want to pivot? Go ahead.
I just want to ask you two
questions. You going to pivot? You going to answer my question or no? You just going to pivot?
I support the Republican agenda 100%.
It's not a agenda. It's more of a onslaught against elderly and disabled Americans.
We won the House, we won the Senate, and we won the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
and you're using it to strip away the Social Security of elderly Americans.
I'm 100% for Social Security.
Well, your party's not. That's why in the House
My-
Republican
my
budget they cut it.
My great
So
grandmother.
if you were for Social Security, would you not have voted for Kamala because you voted for Donald Trump and his House
Kamala-
Republican budget cuts Social Security in its
Kamala just-
entirety?
If Kamala got elected,
Folks, please keep hitting the like button and the share button. Help us get to 50,000
if Kamala
likes.
got elected, I don't care for a woman president. I would like
You're
to
stuttering.
see.
Can you just hurry up?
Okay, if Kamala got elected, I think we will be headed for a great recession.
That makes zero sense. Under Donald Trump, his very economic policy is going to lead you into a recession. Look no further than, for example, his immigration policy. I mean, in Florida, SB 1718 was signed by Ron DeSantis, and this led to mass deportation, which, mind you, cut his own state's GDP by about...
I understand. I live there.
I'm not done. $12.6 billion. And yet you understand because you live there, but you're looking to implement that very policy nationally. When you do so, it's going to cut your national GDP by $300 to $450 billion, which is a recession.
Social Security. I just want to make my point very clear. I'm not for cutting it.
Okay,
But
you're saying you're not for cutting it, and yet you voted for the candidate who's cutting it. So make that make sense.
He's not going to cut our Social Security. I don't know what. There's a bunch of
You
lies.
keep saying he's not going to. Look up the House Republican budget right now. Go ahead.
The House Republican budget.
Look up the House Republican budget. Did I stutter? Oh my God.
All right,
Go.
all right.
Go. While you do so and you continue crying, I'm going to play you a song on the world's tiniest violin, okay? If everybody likes the song I'm about to perform, please do tap that like button and the share button. It's a beautiful song. Are you done looking it up? It doesn't take this long. Oh my God.
Okay, I saw where it says they want to cut it.
Calm down. You're getting too emotional. Exactly. So they want to cut the Social Security benefits of
by a
elderly
lot.
Americans, and that's within the budget. And it's exactly as I told it to you. 1.5 trillion coming out of the pot. Corporate income and Social Security taxes getting cut. So you're going to get a couple pennies tossed at you as elderly Americans lose their Social Security. Why would you vote for that? Why would you vote for that?
I know there's a lot of Trump derangement syndrome going around. I get that.
You just read the budget. You said himself. You just said yourself. He's cutting the Social Security benefits of elderly Americans, right?
You're right. I did read it.
Hold on. You said I'm right. Perfect.
I didn't say you were
So
right.
as you're crying because you know I'm right, here's some more songs for you.
Right. Wait, I didn't say you were right. I never said
This
you
is
were
for
right.
you.
All I said was
You said I was
did read
right. I'm aware.
it.
Okay.
I never said you were
Anyway.
right. I said I did. I did
Oh,
read it.
so you read that he's cutting Social Security, correct?
He's not cutting it like that. Okay?
I just told you exactly how he's cutting it. He's cutting income tax, Social Security tax, the corporate tax. Those pay for Social Security. You understand that?
So
Yes
why,
or no?
So if
you
they-
understand that? Yes or no? You understand that?
I guess I can understand. I
Okay.
guess I could.
Now, when you cut those, where and how are you going to pay for Social Security if not for those taxes? Exactly. It's gone because you voted for Trump. Congrats. So my statement stands. After you leave elderly and disabled Americans homeless, what are you going to do to ensure that, they're not homeless?
So my great grandmother, who's 119, voted for Trump, and you're saying she voted against her own
Your
interest too?
great-grandmother isn't 119.
Yeah.
No,
Yes, she is.
because the oldest person in America is 114 and they live in Pittsburgh.
Okay, my grandmother's not recorded.
grandmother's not 119. I literally last week. It's crazy you mentioned that. Last week, I was traveling to go see the oldest person in America. She's 114 and she lives in Pittsburgh. What are
Do you
you
know her
talking
from-
about? 119? Are you sundowning? You're a little too young to be sundowning, don't you think? That's
not sundowning
insane.
anyone.
Like that's actually insane. You just said your great grandmother's 119. That would be 5 years older than the oldest person in America. That's so crazy. Wow. She must be very famous. I mean, I've never heard of your great-grandmother. Wow, that's crazy.
No one's really heard of my great grandmother.
Right, because she's not 119. And if she told you she's 119, she's probably delusional because she's not 119. So it might be time to tell Graham that, right? Might be time to tell Graham she's not 119, don't you think? I can't believe you just said that your great-grandmother is 119, knowing very well that the most famous woman in America is the oldest woman in America, thus being 114. You might as well have just said that your great-grandmother's Beyonce. That would have been more believable. Do you really think that people don't know who the oldest American is?
I don't care who the oldest American is.
You might as well have said your grandfather's Obama. Are you seriously?
How was that comparing that to my grandfather being Obama?
Because you picked one of the most famous women in America and said that's your grandmother, and you didn't even get the age right.
So famous, like you say she is. I would have known about her.
One of the most famous women in America. 114. Again, she's from Pittsburgh. You said your great-grandmother's 119. You understand that would mean that your great-grandmother's the oldest woman in America. Are you actually out of it?
You want me to give you her birth certificate? I could give it to you. I don't care.
I don't want it. Why are you trying to throw out your great-grandmother's social security like that? My gosh. Oh, I guess she's not going to need it after your candidate cuts it, right?
I think we could come look at. Republicans won the government. Let's just stay there.
Actually, MAGA Republicans won the government, and they did so by misleading ignorant voters like yourself. Congratulations.
I voted because I was tired of the Democratic plan. I was tired of the.
You don't know what the Democratic plan was. Knock it off.
Okay, and look. So now that Trump is president, and why are there so many people?
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is your mom related to your dad, or is your dad related to your mom? I just assume because you MAGA Republicans do like to keep it in the family tree. So considering, goodbye, trash. We're gonna move on. Polly. Folks, if you are just tuning, we got Polly Politics here. Woo woo! Hello, everybody. All right, let's do this. So, folks and friends, if you are just tuning in, we're gonna be doing a little battle here. A little battle, and I hope that you support the Johnny P ticket here. You know, again, here's what we got to do, folks. So basically, whoever gets the most points here wins the battle. And Paulie, you didn't know this, but Paulie actually said that if he loses, he'll do the chicken dance on this live stream in front of everybody. So we really got to win this. That. I mean, Paulie, I remember that. I'm pretty sure I remember.
I mean, if that's the case, don't you owe me a chicken dance from the last time?
Jacqueline, thank you so much for the sad hamster.
God, please don't tap that screen. Let's get these gifts up. I really appreciate you. Let's see if we can compete with Johnny over here. Let's see if we can have a fun little battle over here. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Pyre, thank you so much. Clark, thank you, Amanda.
In 3 seconds, we're going to get I think it's 2 times or whatever. Yep. So, yeah, guys, if you guys do that, please.
So, folks, hear me on this while I have him muted for just a sec. You want to hit that like button, hit the share button, send whatever you can. Olivia, thank you so much for the love. I think we need like 3 galaxies to actually get a strong head start here. So basically, whoever gets the most points through gifts wins the live stream. And I want to see Paulie do the chicken dance in front of everybody because I think it would be hilarious. So we need to win this. Tanisha, thank you so much for the corgi.
Leading us here. So just listen to what she says.
So again,
we'll stick with that until this.
What we need to do.
Okay?
See, we're
so
out.
That's what she says. So make sure we stay on that.
So again, you know, it's all about like sending. I think if you like, let's see,
if we win, I might do a chicken dance. You might get that if I win.
No.
I might do it.
Okay,
if
fine.
we
If we win,
know.
I will do my victory chicken dance with my chicken that everybody knows. Everybody knows I got my chicken with my actual chicken.
I might have to go find an actual chicken costume. Do I have one?
I will get my actual chicken. Thank you so much, MT, for the hand hearts. Thank you, Pangs, for the boxing gloves.
All right, speed challenge. Y'all freaking go after. Let's do this.
Paul, you're losing. I got you.
No ads this time. Tony, thank you so much for the live.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline.
Thank you so much for the live on air. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yo, okay, all right. We're ahead. We're doing good. So we need. Let's see. I I think.
All right, we're down by like
Galaxy?
25. We're like halfway there, guys.
Right.
We can do it.
He's about halfway there, and so they're
Listen
going
to
to try
whatever
sniping
Ari
this.
says.
They're going to try sniping this. Do
listen
not
to
let them
whatever
snipe
Ari
this.
says.
Do not let
That's
them
all you
snipe
have to
this.
do. Like,
Ari
she's gonna say,
snipes
like,
this
freaking
every
give, like,
single
roses
time.
during this time, then she's
no,
gonna say, like-
no, Ari snipes this every single time. Do not let him snipe this, guys. We got to do whatever we can here because, again, I want to beat Polly. Polly won last time. We do not want Polly winning again. So, again, if you
she's
haven't
leading the show
already,
over here.
send what you can. Hit that like button. Alicia, thank you so much for the money. Lisa! Woo! Thank you so much for the galaxy. Kim! Yo! Okay. All right. We're making some progress.
All right,
Let's
come on,
go,
guys.
Tim.
We can gift
Let's
it right now.
go,
Let's do
MT. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Go big in 10 seconds. Go big in 10 seconds.
Let's go. Hey, Johnny, thank you for the
Go
roses.
big,
What
go
a
big,
good
go big.
name, Johnny. Yo, Alicia, thank you so much for the sad hands.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't even know what that was. Thank you so
Yo,
much. Oh, that's so cute.
okay.
Oh, that's so cute.
They are
Thank you
gonna
so
try
much.
sniping this. Gina, Kim, thank you so much. Let me make sure I'm following our gifters here. This
you
is
so
40.
much. I
Thank
really
you so much
appreciate
for
all
the
the gifts.
love. Lisa,
Go big,
I'm
go
following
big.
you. Kim,
Send
I
it.
just
Oh, he's
followed
kicking
you.
my shit. They're
Alicia,
kicking the shit
I
out of
just
me, guys.
followed you. This is 40 already following you. Hi, my friend.
I mean, thank you so much,
I'm
Ashley.
following
I
you guys
appreciate
now.
that.
Thank you so much for the love. Kim, Alicia, thank you so much. Okay, all right. We are pretty far ahead right now. I already know that Polly's gonna. This is exact. So what Polly did last time was we were ahead, and then his team sniped it. So we cannot let them snipe.
You know
this. This
what
is
Johnny
Polly.
sounds
Thank
like
you
right
so
now?
much for the bear.
He sounds like Donald Trump. He's like, I went to bed, and all of the votes were in my favor, and I went to sleep,
And then you
I
sniped
woke up. The election was rigged.
You know what?
He's
You wanna hear
calling
what
this
Donald
battle
Trump would
rigged.
say?
That's what he's doing. Thank you so much.
It
Michelle.
is that
And
Donald
Spider
Trump.
Thank you guys so much.
If you hate Donald Trump,
He's
then
saying
don't
the battle
vote.
was rigged,
Don't
guys.
vote for Polly
That's what he's
because
saying.
Donald Trump endorses Polly. If you like Trump, Polly's your guy.
Thank you so
If
much
you
for
vote
saying
for
that. I really
Kamala,
appreciate that.
Johnny's
Thank
your
you so much.
guy. Johnny's your guy. Unless Donald Trump endorses Polly, which means you shouldn't support him. You shouldn't
Thank you so
support
much for the
Polly.
coral. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Folks, please do hit that like
God,
button.
I heard
we're doing so
some
good.
Russian propaganda that said that they wanted Johnny to win. That's what I heard. I saw it on Twitter
Lindsay,
earlier.
thank you so much
guys,
for the
if you're
galaxy.
gifting Johnny, that's a vote for
Thank you
that's
so
a
much
vote
for the dino.
for
Okay.
Moscow right now. So just throw
Lisa, thank you for the coral wreath. And
All right,
MT,
snipe
thank
now.
you
We're gonna
so
do it. We gotta
much.
do it now. Let's go,
Thank
guys.
you,
Let's
MT.
go.
Okay.
I really appreciate
So
you guys. Thank you so much.
Hold on, I got you, Polly. Don't worry.
It's okay. Oh, thank you so much for the live fest. I appreciate that. Aw, poor me. All of my liberal tears are gonna come out.
All of my liberal tears. All right, Polly. Let's do a rematch, and if we win this, you have to do the chicken dance.
No, I'm only doing one tonight. Like I said, I'm getting ready to get off
you
when you
gotta
came
do
on.
that chicken
I'm only
dance.
doing one.
Fine,
I might
fine.
do it another time. We'll save it for another time. We'll have to do
Next
another
time,
one, and we'll have
next
to have
time,
another
next
rematch.
time.
That'll be fun.
All right, man. You have a good one. Good seeing you tonight.
Thank you so much, brother. Good talking to you, man.
This is what I always do where I don't know. There we go. Polly's got it. Folks, thank you so much. Let me make sure I'm following all the gifters. Thank you so much, folks, for the love, for helping us defeat Polly. I have never beat Polly. That was my first time actually beating Polly. Immensely grateful. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you so much, everybody, for the help on that. That was phenomenal. There is one other person that I want to battle. Do you guys know Isaiah Martin? Do you guys know Isaiah? Thank you so much, Priscilla. I just followed you too. Do you guys know Isaiah? I want to battle Isaiah. I feel like Isaiah is such a cool personality. I would love to battle Isaiah. I feel like that would be so much fun because he's just iconic. Kim, thank you so much for your help in the battle. Thank you. Hey, Powerhouse. Thank you so much, everybody, for the love. I gotta make sure that I'm following everybody who just supported us in that battle. Where are our... Okay. Did I follow... Did I get everybody? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got it. Okay, got Lisa, got MT. Hi, MT. Okay, got Lindsay. Just followed you, Lindsay. Jacqueline, got you. Hey, Jacqueline. Got Michelle Haas. Got you, Michelle. Followed. Got Tanisha. Got you, Gina. Got you, Melissa. got Amanda, got Muzz, Kathy, Pyre. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I got everybody. Thank you so much again for the love, folks, helping us. Dave? Wait, who's Dave? Do I know Dave? Oh, bring back Dave. No. Are we all talking about the same Dave right now? We're talking about Dave like yesterday, that Dave? Oh, gosh. No, JV, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to our family. And welcome to the little family we got going. All right, no more Dave. Dave needs some time alone. Dave has got some issues that Dave needs to work out. No more Dave. No. No more Dave. No more Dave. Oh, yeah. Dave was a little into me, and it was kind of weird. It was a little weird. Listen, if you're ever interested, you just got to go ask him out. But Dave, I mean, Dave, Dave was like straight up flirting, and yet at the same time, he was homophobic. It was really weird. Hasn't found himself yet. Anyway, so folks, we are gonna come on back and do some more conversations and debates probably in about half an hour. I'm gonna actually go reach out to Isaiah and see if he'll battle, because I think that would be fun. Dave is uncle, daddy, cousin. Oh my gosh, not. Dave is uncle, daddy, cousin. You know for a fact that Dave's parents kept it in the family tree. Let me tell you right now. If they did a 23andMe, ain't no way. I'll tell you right now, I know for a fact that Dave's mother is related to his father. There is no chance that they're not cousins. Oh my gosh. Oh, 100% he's got 23. Y'all are wild. I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay, folks. We'll be back in just a little bit with some more conversations and debates. Thank you so much for helping us during that battle. I'm actually glad that we won one against Polly, because now I can. I'm very, very, very competitive is my thing, and I mean, you guys are also competitive. Like, we're just a competitive community. I mean, I think a lot of folks are kind of scared of our community because we are that competitive. I've come to learn. And so I lost a battle with Polly a little while ago, and I was like, I have to win. Like, I have to fight you. Like, we must go, and I must win. And so we did win. So now I can sleep. Like, we can all sleep easy now. But anyway, folks, we really are. Together, we are strong, Gina. Seriously. We are like such a fierce community. Like, realistically, we are probably... Well, you guys were on before when Mishi came up too, right? And Mishi was like... I was like, Mishi, you want to battle? And Mishi was like, no, not with your community. And I'm like, damn right. Because people know. People are aware. People know we are just that fierce. It's a known thing. We are just that fierce. Sophia, no, but Dave is so into you, not gonna lie. Sophia, no. I think Dave was into you, Sophia, low-key. I wasn't gonna mention it, but I think Dave's got a type, you know? I think... All right, y'all. Love y'all so much. We'll be back in about half an hour, okay? Maybe about 15, 20. I'm gonna go run down to the gym real quick and do my thing, because it's about 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Did y'all eat dinner yet, by the way? You guys all ate? Oh my god, I sound like my Nona. I'm like, did you eat? Did you guys eat? You're too thin! You're too thin! Like, well, she'd be saying it in Italian, so. Eating now. Gotcha. All right. Y'all, we'll be right back. I hope that y'all have a good dinner if you haven't already. Bye, folks.